Destiny has been entangled in endless controversy recently. But one thing that people have a lot of confusion about is whether or not he is truly being gang stalked. Okay, now this might sound crazy to say, but a streamer's life is different from a regular person's life, okay? When a regular person says that they're being gang stalked, chances are they are delusional. However, when we're talking about streamer lives, it's kind of different. So there's a group of people who have been following around Steven for years, and they spend their entire life and personality, their entire goal comes down to snarking the streamer Destiny, okay? So I've only watched the beginning part of this, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. Now, here's the thing. Aiden is trash at debating, and Dickers is alright at debating, okay? I imagine that they would be getting thrashed around by Destiny by now, and it seems like they are, by the way that DG chat has been acting. So, yeah. You know me, I'm Foodshops. I'm the expert on Antifans and Snarkers. I would dare say I'm the leading expert, more than Destiny, okay? I know context and history, nobody else does, okay? I am to Snarkers like Lonerbox is to the Middle East, okay? All right. Okay, that's enough. Let's just get to it, okay? Whatever. Go.
He's accused different servers of engaging in malicious behavior. But Aiden, what exactly was your problem with some of the statements that Destiny has made so far?
Yeah, sure. No worries. Yeah. So
I'll introduce them. So Aiden is a person who there is evidence out there, okay? Open evidence. He's caught red-handed doxing and harassing, okay? And ironically enough, the person who would hold him to account for that is Dickers, his debate partner, okay? They're kind of like best friends, basically. Like thing 1 and thing 2 to the cat in the hat, okay?
Generally, some of my issues with Destiny's statements in relation to the Snark Left server is that I feel as though the server has been classified as a doxing server, a server where some sort of hard moral line has been crossed, but I don't feel as though that's been substantiated at all. I think the messages that were shown by Dan on the stream with Shouting Queenman, those messages did not show doxing, at least in the way that I would define it. It seems like, I mean, we should probably start by establishing a standard definition here, right? So we can agree on a standard definition for
We'll get to that. I just want to make sure that your issues are the same as Dicker's issues. I know, look, this is super last minute for you, Dicker, so I get it. But you've been critical of Destiny. What are your issues with Destiny? I just want to make sure we can get on the same.
I mean, my
Why is this last minute? Who was meant to come?
issues are broadly similar to Aiden's. I think the whole characterization of the hysteria about people being in some Discord server with like 100 members or something, or the participation in such is some kind of like moral wrong. I think we are like Keffel's posted in 2026. That's like the main thing. I'm also critical about some of the accusations that have been made and the implications that people want to drag out of those.
Clarification.
But I am going to
let him finish and then
about spicy chat.
Oh yeah, I was trying to understand what
So I just want to
being said when you said Keffel's posted. I was trying to clarify what he meant by that.
is there people have some kind of like moral wrong by being implicated in some kind of like forum, some kind of Discord server. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of what I'm talking about there.
How do you respond to the accusations, Mr. Destiny?
Firstly, were either of you in the
First,
server?
your mom.
Yep.
I was. Wait, you were?
I was. So I joined the server, like, I think when it first got created, I think I typed hi in there, and then I never looked in there again, and I got banned from there like 2 months ago, I think, because I fell out with...
You know, these two actually have a pretty funny dynamic. Like, they're two anti-fans who are very close friends of one another, okay? I think they specifically have this dynamic. But a lot of the time, they're going to be fighting amongst each other, but it's more like banter, I would be guessing. And, yeah, all right, but...
I fell out with the person that was running it at the time.
Wait, then how could you speak to anything
I think they hang out IRL, yeah.
in the server?
Well, you're the one making the claim. You're the one asserting that some sort of malice occurred, right? So I feel like it's your burden to substantiate that, and everything that I've seen, at least you presented on stream, with Shouting Queenman just didn't back that up, right? Or what Dan presented, and you were kind of backing.
Okay. And then was Dickers in the server? Or are you in the server?
I was. I am. Yes.
Okay.
I am,
So,
or was.
my broad complaint. Also, wait, just curious, one more question.
Okay.
Why aren't Queenman or Justical here?
Were they asked?
I think they got invited, but it's like super last minute.
Yeah,
It's like
it is
how
very
it's gonna
impromptu. I did tag that.
Like, Destiny is debating the B squad, okay? This is Timu Beckett, and this is like Timu Queenman, bro. I can't, dude. I don't know, man. It's scuffed.
And they are invited.
So my macro complaint is that I feel like this server has been involved in a long-term, year-plus weird harassment campaign of me, of anybody that is surrounding me, of things related to my personal life, and that the people involved in this server have a high cross-pollination in all of these other communities. It could be Spicy Chat, it could be Justical server, whatever else, and that the only reason why these people are engaged in this harassment campaign is because they either don't like me personally, don't like my political beliefs, but all of the harassment is like related to trying to bully people out of my, I guess, sphere of influence and to make them disavow me or whatever else. And then on the micro
Actually, though, Queenman is like one of the lead snarkers against Destiny, okay? That's it. That's all you need to know about him. Like he has a long history, but like there's just too much history for me to like go over. Yeah.
One of the things that this server engages in would be doxing people that they don't like, or doxing people that they get into petty squabbles with, or doxing people that they
might get your account banned. So don't do that.
Obviously, but as evidence of this over the past, I think, week since this is all blown up again, I think about 10 doxes have been posted of people that are in my orbit that people feel like haven't disavowed me hard enough.
And to add to that, I know of at least 2 people who have DM'd me directly saying that they have, because of all of this, been doxed, though I have no idea, and nor was I told, who actually did that. So yes.
Well, I think we can.
Bro, I've been doxed. I've been doxed like so long ago at this point. I've been doxed so long ago at this point.
Start this by saying, I heard, like I've heard that happened to at least one person, and me and Dickers, I can speak from this, unequivocally denounce doxing you or anyone surrounding you. There's no reason to resort to those tactics. We can win through argumentation and not through like doing stupid shit like that. So we disavow that. I don't know of anybody that's doxed you or anyone around you, and I don't know anyone I know who knows.
Wait, what are your disavows worth?
Anyone that's doxing
Nothing,
anyone around
right?
you.
What?
But we don't like stand by that. And I don't
Hi,
think the server did either.
Hello.
I haven't seen any evidence that there was doxing going on there. My understanding is it was just like a clipping server.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's even going to be like discussing that in like loose terms in any like
Clipping
MySpace
server.
I'm sure Aiden moderates in a similar way, but I think even right now in the server, any screenshots of KF whatsoever, even innocuous, they don't want to include those because things are pretty fucking hot right now, and nobody wants to even fucking point people to it, right? So yeah.
Well, it's
But you're
just
saying-
I'm sorry, wait,
hold on, 'cause
just so I can understand.
Bro, I've been doxed. Who cares? Like at this point, like, does anybody even care about this anymore, bro? Dude, I feel like people are such weenies, man. People are such weenies, okay?
What was said there? So are you saying that it was?
Like, why can't we all just fight in the sun? Why can't we just fight each other? Like, why like fucking do this? I now understand the people who actually challenge each other to boxing matches. Like, well, why can't you just like fight? Like, it's so stupid. Like how like these internet dramas, like half of the time you're just like arguing what happened in the first place, and people are just hiding what they're actually doing.
Is ordinarily part of your posting other 2-point people like Kiwi Farms threads?
So tiresome.
No.
Okay, I feel like I misunderstood what you just said. It sounded like you said that nobody wants to do it right now because it's really hot and they feel like it would look bad.
I'd be thankful if someone pulled up to my house with my docs. Okay, yeah, I think it's time to see a therapist.
Because of all the heat around the server, which
nobody is saying that's like the like if you're like
one at a time, you're interrupting each other.
yeah, please shut the fuck up, Dickers. If you're like, okay, so if you're like trying to interpret that in the most like bad faith way possible, sure, you can interpret it like that. But I said, and Dickers agreed to this, we unequivocally, period, condemn doxing you or anyone around you. Not right now, not like at this present moment, in general. And he agreed to that. So I don't know how you would take from anything we've just said that we're saying don't dox right now specifically. It was an unequivocal condemnation.
Okay, wait, real quick.
So
I think Dickers is on like a 5-second delay or something because it sounds like when people are talking, it's like delayed, or is it not still? Because it sounded like there's a big delay.
I'm taking a look. I've got like a 92 millisecond delay. I might be delayed. If I am, excuse me, pardon me. But yeah. So to respond to what you said, no, it's not because it looks bad. People don't want to point it to it right now because it's super hot. Because suddenly somebody's going to go to like the KF thread, and then on the latest fucking page or something, there's going to be a dox. But it's not for like optical reasons. I mean, how many people are in there right now? People aren't worried about leaks or anything like that. It's just because they want to take a precaution. But no, I wouldn't be like normally engaged to talk about KF stuff. The most links, the most screenshots, that'd all be from public streams. Like that's the main goal. That's the main, I guess, purpose, use case that people use it for. Watching people's streams, talking about it, having a private space so they're not like, I guess, like logging in and fucking chat, whatever. Yeah.
Real quick, so how often do you think you guys, if you had to guess, would link to KF posts prior to all of the heat being on the server?
Incredibly rarely. I mean, it wasn't even created when a lot of the KF stuff was happening. So I know you said that it happened or it was created about 2 years ago. That's not true. It's been around for the last 8 months. And maybe you can just say that it's like because there's nothing relevant on KF, but I've not seen that as a common thread.
Okay, so then you would say maybe...
I mean, you've got the logs, no? Have you not? I'm presuming we're having this conversation and Dan's saying you're the logs, right? Or are you genuinely asking?
I'm genuinely asking. I'm just curious. If you had to guess how many times you feel like people would link to a KF thread in that server, would you say maybe like twice in a year? Would you like once a month, once a week?
I don't know if I was monitoring it that readily to be able to say. So I'll just say, I don't know, but very infrequently.
Well, how can you say both of those? Wouldn't the answer be, I don't know, I don't really watch it, but now you're saying, I don't know, but also it's definitely infrequent?
I'm saying that I'm not certain, but if I had to guess, incredibly infrequently.
Okay.
I can say that I'm not aware of a single time where KF has been linked in there, although I don't doubt that it's happened.
Well, okay, so are you making an accusation? Because it seems like you ask like very pointed questions that are like hinting at something without like overtly stating what you believe. I feel like what you mean to say is that like you believe the server was in coordination with Kiwi Farms, right? That's what you meant with that, like essentially what you meant.
Yeah,
right?
of course. But I mean, we know my opinion, but I'm just asking questions to just kind of get some clear answers of like, how often do we feel like things were linked here? How often do we feel like this is being used? Is it being used right now? And then when the answer is well, no, because it's hot right now, makes it feel like, so then it was used kind of...
Kiwi Farms literally talks about how they watch jstlk and Queenman. Like they openly talk about this, dude. Like they talk about it, and after it's being mentioned, it's not like Queenman and jstlk denies like Kiwi Farms shouting them out like every single thread, right? Like every single page of that thread. Just so you know, like Queenman and jstlk is mentioned a lot in the thread. positively, by the way, by the Snarkers. Like, they watch them. They are the viewers. They are among the viewers, literally, because they literally admit to watching them. Yes.
Semi-frequently in the past. I was trying to get a handle on how frequently in the past.
Well, no, I'll just explain what I said there. So I was posting because somebody was referencing me. I said explicitly in my Discord that, no, I don't want to be mentioned on Destiny's Kiwi Farms. That looks fucking awful right now with what's going on. And then somebody on Kiwi Farms is like, yeah, we love Dicker's Discord server. We love Dicker's TV Discord server. He's amazing. He's really funny. Like, this guy's fucking with me right now on the fucking farms. And I got told even that. Yeah, even posting that was apparently inappropriate, so.
Gotcha. And then
I don't usually link those, it's usually like a screenshot or whatever, but yeah.
Sure, and then just a quick thing. Are either of you in the server right now, or are both of you out of the server, or?
I've been banned for months.
I'm in the server.
Okay, all right, just checking. Okay, all right. So, zoning in, I guess, more specifically on the OSINT.
Why is he here?
Are we saying that this is not, like, obviously doxing, or?
Nope, clearly not doxing. Okay, so if they were attempting to gather PII for the sake of malicious publication, which would be the definition of doxing, why didn't they publish the info?
Publish it where?
Well, doxing involves publication of any gathered PII. That would be the doxing part. So I'm curious, like, if their intention was to dox, as you're asserting this is obviously doxing, where did they post the info? And if they didn't, why didn't they?
Well, why do we think people dox people?
People dox people
for the purposes of harassment, right? And how's that harassment going to happen if you don't post it to the public?
Because you guys are the harassers.
Wait, that's not doxing then. That's just harassment without doxing. If I get Aiden's full fucking information,
I'm so sorry. Can we please like do one at a time? Can we just one at a time?
Hold on, let Dickers
I can't do a debate with them. Can we just do one at a time? Like you could debate him and then I'll come in. I'm going insane. I'm going fucking insane, dude. Okay. Holy shit. All right, where were we? Sorry. Okay. So what we were talking about was, so you're saying it's already loading the question. You got, or not the question, the statement that you guys harass. We're not harassing, at least us. I know we're not harassing anyone, as most people in the server were not. But by definitionally, doxing has to utilize public.
These people are like bursting at the seams. These people are like bursting at the seams to like backstab each other, dude. Like by the way that they are like fighting, by the exact way that they are fighting, like these people are not loyal motherfuckers, okay? These hoes ain't loyal. They are all out for their own self-grandizing and pleasure and whatever. Like these motherfuckers will turn on each other if there wasn't this hatred of Steven uniting them.
Right? Of that info, right? Merely viewing PII is not a dox. So I would like to ask again, why didn't they publish it if they were intending to dox?
Well, first of all, I don't agree that it has to be published for you to say that you've doxed somebody or gotten a dox on somebody. I think that if I were to find your full dox, I could, for instance, email you and I could say, I know you live at 111 Johnson Street, right? And I think you would say like, holy shit, this guy doxed me, right? But nobody would be like, well, did he publish it anywhere? And I would say, of course, he doxed you.
Hold on, just a matter of legal fact. Like for defamation, what publish means is you sent it to one uninvolved third party. That's all that means.
Who's talking about defamation?
So if you are taking someone's dox information and you're sending it to someone else, even if it's in a private DM, that does count as publishing.
But it has to be for the purpose of harassment, right? Even in that instance. So for example, if I send, I don't know, some third party's information over to Aiden, and I say, go fuck with them. I mean, I've distributed dox information for the purpose of harassment. Right?
Yeah, that's basically doxing my proxy. We could colloquially call that doxing.
I've said this so many times, especially about sapiosexual, but like he skipped the, like, why the fuck does doxing even matter if you're just harassing them directly, right? Like the entire point of why doxing is bad is because of the harassment, right? Like that's the entire point of why doxing is bad, right? I think I watched up until this specific point, I don't know. But like the whole reason why doxing is bad in the first place is because people can use the public information for harassment, to make phone calls, to send emails, to maybe even stalk someone to their house. And in very, very extreme scenarios of harassment, kidnapping, murder, robbery, right? Like these things are, like that is why doxing is bad. Doxing isn't bad because if it's like made in public and, you know, nobody ever does anything with it, right? Or people just make fun of you, like literally who cares, right? The reason why it's bad is because people literally go around and use that information to go after people IRL offline, right?
So I'm fine with that. You don't need to be necessarily the one.
Like you're taking it outside of the streamer space, right?
Yeah. For example, if me and Aiden were having a conversation about a commentary topic, there's a huge KF thread that's going really fucking hot. Everybody's talking about it. And then the headline has somebody's dox information in it, their name or whatever the fuck, and the URL. I would feel comfortable sending that to Aiden in DMs, because I know that he's not going to go and harass over that. And we're doing it for a legitimate purpose to find other information, and not for the purpose of harassment, right?
I would agree with that. If you're linking like a thread or whatever, I think it's whatever, especially if it's already blowing up. Depends a lot on the purposes of why you're linking things. But if you have people that are in a server and they're trying to find people's information so that they can use that information to harass them, I guess we can. Do you want to say that they're not doxing somebody? They're just using.
Okay. But do you see that? Okay, they use that information to harass them component. Just has not been substantiated here, like at all. I feel like so. I just am curious where you're getting that. Are you like pulling it out of your ass?
Okay. Do you want to move from the doxing then to that part?
Well, this is in relation to the doxing. I believe that's like going to be an essential component to asserting that this was in fact doxing, which you and Dan have both done.
Yep. I mean, I don't really care so much about the doxing part. It's the harassment part, right? This is why people dox people so that they get harassed.
So is it doxing or is it not doxing? Because like, we can't really, like, you made an assertion doxing is like a pretty big deal, at least in our space. Like, I feel like that's not just like something you could just like, let's just move on to the next point. Like, it either was doxing or it wasn't.
Why is doxing? Yeah, but why is doxing a big deal?
So doxing would be a big deal because you're making information accessible to to people who can then go and harass the targets of said information as a result. Can we agree that doxing also requires intent?
Yeah, to some extent, sure. But like, so then what you just said is agreeing with me. Doxing in and of itself kind of doesn't matter, right? Oh, here's his address. The thing that sucks is what people do with that information, right?
Yes, but I'm not. But if you're going to assert descriptively that it's doxing,
just real quick, you disagree. So Aiden disagrees.
I think so. Doxing is wrong in and of itself because it increases the likelihood, or it gives the availability for other people to go and do that harassment.
Correct.
Right. So I agree that it's not a direct harm, but you're only doing it with malicious intent because you know that harm is more likely as a result of that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so it becomes immoral in and of itself.
Sure.
If
I hope that Steven talks about how Aiden here literally is caught doxing on, like, literally by recording, like, by not circumstantial evidence. It isn't circumstantial evidence. It is concrete evidence, right? Like, just to be very clear, Aiden was caught concretely, right? Okay? So I hope that Steven brings it up, okay?
Yeah, I'm certain that I'm going to kill somebody, but...
Yeah, I think I agree with that, right? Spiking a drink isn't bad because there's a...
We literally covered it yesterday,
Spike drink. It's bad because you want somebody to drink it and get drugged, right? Like, that's the bad thing, right? It's a really bad thing. Assuming they never drank it, then... I mean, you could argue it's bad to spike because you want somebody to drink it, but, like, you know, this is the thing we're focusing on, the harassment part. So if somebody has a server where they're using a tool to look up somebody's personal information with the goal of using that information to harass them, even if they don't publish that information elsewhere, if they're telling everybody else how to get the information... And then
we could agree that would be doxing by proxy. Like when you directed, I'm pretty sure when you directed people to like Anna's like Kiwi Farms thread, you probably knew that like her PI would probably be on there, and there would be a large mass that you couldn't control every individual member of that would therefore have access to that PI and use it for whatever reasons they can. You understand audiences and
well, sure, but I mean, like, we can talk about this for a real thing. Why did I direct people to Anna's Kiwi Farms thread?
I guess just to contribute to it because you were. I don't know like the specific. I just know you did it. I saw the clip.
If you don't know the specifics, then why? So the answer is why didn't I tell you? Because I was there. I did it, right? The answer was.
Well, yeah, obviously you're gonna know more than me. You're personally involved, but
yeah, exactly.
Let Destiny say why, right?
So the answer is that I don't like this type of like.
Nah, bro, look at my ops, bro.
Obsessive gossip in my community, and I said that. Listen.
Also, why the fuck is it always just a bunch of white twinks? Like, young white twinks. Dude, these motherfuckers need something better to do, okay? Like, not to say install Tinder, but, like, install Tinder at the very least. Like, what are you doing here, man?
If you want to go and talk about this shit, go on Kiwi Farms to do it.
Like, go home. Like, your mom is thinking about you, dude.
I want to hear, right? The goal was not go look up this information so we can all talk about it and dox and harass this person. It was go off here and go discuss it over. Don't talk about it in my community.
Did you know the forum you were directing them? Shut the fuck up. Did you know that the forum you were directing them?
I just want to. Can I just say how it's insane that instead of yelling at Destiny, you guys are yelling at each other? Why are you doing?
Because I can't do it, man. I just can't. I want to talk.
Wow, Wick, dude. Oh, Wick.
I want to do this by myself. I gotta be honest with you, man. I can't. It's frustrating shit, dude.
Let them go at it. Don't point it out. Let them do it.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I'll let you take it for a bit. What I was gonna say is, didn't Destiny ask on stream if anybody knew what Anna's parents did for a job? That does seem like you're trying to get some feedback, and you do want it in your spaces. You're asking what her parents did as a job, which would be PII of the family members. No?
What was the context of me asking that question?
I think you're asking it offhandedly on stream.
I would have to know the context why I asked, but the person, when we go back to the linking to the Kiwi Farms thing or whatever, the explicit purpose of that was, if you want to talk about gossip shit, go here and do it. We don't do this in my space. If that, do you think that if...
Yeah, but
do you think that... Just real quick, I just want to ask a context where that would be appropriate? Well...
Yeah, or it wouldn't be like doxing, or you wouldn't be having that stuff in your space.
So, if it was the case that on jstlk server, on Spicy Chat, on whatever these weirdo snark places...
Like a deflection?
I'm answering a question, right? If it was the case that somebody was like, hey, we don't gossip about, Destiny shit here, and we don't, stalk and A-log and do other shit. If you want to talk about it, go to a Kiwi Farms thread. Do you think I would have a problem with that? Or do you think I would be way more okay with that than...
So returning back to my question, because I didn't get an answer to that. Can you think of a context where it's appropriate for, after you said to direct your community, because that's your plan, to go and like send them over to KF, you say it's so they don't talk about it in your...
I mean, like, just to be very fair, right? Like, they still... Dickers got banned, he's just here to get attention. No, they're actual snarkers. No, like, I know these guys, dude. Like, I wish that was the case, but these guys are actual snarkers. Like, I know them to be actual snarkers. Like, they do represent their community. Like, these people are core members of the snark community. Yes, like, yeah, like, these people aren't just like clout chasers or anything. I wish it's the case where, like, I don't know. No, it's actually better to obviously address these people head on, yeah.
Which possibly fair, except for the fact that the URL has her docs in there, right? Can you then think of an appropriate context why you would then ask for PII or personal details about her parents, her family members?
I don't know what...
These people, dude, this drama makes me feel so terminally online. It's not even funny.
I don't even know the timeline on that, on when that question is coming. So I'm just focusing on the directing people to another space to go and talk about shit. I would be beyond happy if all these other spaces that obsessively...
I really feel unemployed right now. If only there's a website out there who could help me get a job. Nah, it must be my imagination.
talk about me. We're like, we don't do this here. Go to his Kiwi Farm thread. I don't give a fuck my docs or whatever the fuck else. At least they're telling them to go have the conversation in a more appropriate space. But
well, did you know at the time that site was willing to like host PII?
I don't know. I'm sure maybe colloquially. I'm sure they probably have my chat.
Well, yeah, I just was making sure because like I feel like if you know that site is posting PII and you know that directing them to a forum that's hosting said PII will give you know thousands of people eyes on said PII, and amongst those thousands, it's very probable that at least one would be willing to take it a step further, right? I feel like at that point, if you have reasonable expectation that the person,
if only. Oh, wait.
You're directing to engage in the action would go and do so maliciously, I feel like then you can make an argument for doxing by proxy. When Shamu and this Nick Andros guy were sharing it between each other, they both had reputations at stake to like defend, and there was no vested interest in them just like going and like publicizing this information for the sake of harassment. They both had reasonable expectation that the other would not be publishing it.
So a couple things. So one, it wasn't to thousands of people. I'm pretty sure this was to my offline chat. And when you say, well, maybe you posted it for this reason, people were wait. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. I just fucking something. People were gossiping a ton about this person in my chat, and I said, if you want to talk about it, go here. I'm banning talk about it in my chat. I don't know how else.
It's a site that allows doxing and hosts PI, right?
Sure, it might, but it's better.
Better
than the cross-posting between like the Kiwi Farms thread that was being talked about in my stream chat, and then them like going back and forth between the posts. Like the goal was to cut the conversation in my chat because I didn't want them talking about it in my community. Do you think that there would be more or less chance of them digging into this person's personal?
Oh, jstlk just went live.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Megu, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Holy shit, that's so much. Thanks for the $50, dude. Thank you.
Information.
I think that's like 40.
Whatever. If the chat continued to talk about it, or if I said, listen, you want to talk about
YouTube takes too much, man. I think that's 37. YouTube just takes too much.
I think it's a false dichotomy.
Because people kept referencing stuff that was coming up on the thread. People kept like asking questions about it. So I made a clear statement like, if you want to talk about it, go here and talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Why not
just is that true? Because I think when you initially were speaking about it, weren't your words, they've just created a brand new thread about Anna. Go and fill it up there. Go and talk about it in that space. I don't want it in mine. Was that not your exact words? That thread was new, no?
The thread might have been new, but it would have been a continuation of what was going on in my thread because everybody is doxed.
Oh, so they were linking to your thread at the time.
I don't know if they were linking to my thread, but the stuff that was being discussed on Kiwi Farms was being discussed in my chat. If the Anna thread hadn't been created yet, then it was the stuff that was in my thread. But they doxed. I'm pretty sure Mr. Girl Lab and everybody else have been doxed in my thread as well. People dox people in my thread too.
Well, why is it either or? Why can't you just definitively say like, hey, I'm not looking at these like sort of conversations in my chat. Like, you guys go talk amongst yourselves. Like, I'm just not looking for this right now. Why did it have to be directing them to the site that hosts PII and hosts docs?
If you have an issue with me linking to Kiwi Farms, you can have that issue. That's fine. But you can't pretend that. Hold on. You can't pretend that my goal was to increase the amount of harassment or doxing or whatever else related to Anna. The goal was quite obviously to eliminate that talk in my chat, which we did ban for it afterwards. And it was telling them, if you want to talk about all these whatever bullshit, go here and do it. Don't do it in my chat.
Okay, but I feel like you kind of like have to be like stupid to not realize that like Kiwi Farms specifically is a forum that enables and facilitates harassment and doxing and hosts PII. You had to have known that at the time when you're directing people there. So even if I can't denote your intent per se, but I almost certainly believe that you knew what was happening on that site when you directed your audience there, and you knew that when you push them over, that's basically out of your control what they then go and do.
But people were already, some people were already visiting it. Some people were already like going back and forth.
Time to play catch up? Well, I mean, I just begun, technically speaking. Like, it's not like I looked at much so far. Like, so far, like, their arguments are already, like, scattered and inconsistent. Like, they're trying to do the, oh, we should always just push back and attack tactic. But, like, they basically avoided answering the question about, like, what makes doxing bad in the first place. Because they understand that, like, it's the harassment that makes doxing bad, not the intrinsic act of doxing itself, right?
I just want to make a clear statement.
Actually, no. I mean, the intrinsic act of doxing is specifically to harass someone. So I guess it is intrinsically bad, right? Like, technically it is intrinsically bad, but like the reason why it is bad is because it is made with the intent to harass, right?
She goes, stop, don't, stop, and then she doesn't really want.
Indeed, help me get a job is the best service I've ever used. 10 out of 10. I'm not biased. Thanks so much, Mego. Appreciate the 5.
Well, that's okay. Well, that's something that's reasonably out of.
We need to bring back street fights. You're right. HDMI cable on
your control, right? If they're going and doing that on their own, but when you're then going and telling the entire mass voluntarily, they can go over there. That's something completely different than people just like naturally from your audience going and doing it on their own.
Let's say that I accept that framing. Then isn't what you guys are doing orders of magnitude worse? Because you admitted that you are linking to Kiwi Farms threads and your spaces where you continue to talk about, engage with, create other accounts to deal with people that you're speaking about from those Kiwi Farms threads.
I don't fucking.
What's that doing?
I don't know why you just said. I don't know why you said I didn't.
You can ask.
I'm asking.
Well, I'm just saying like I personally. So
this isn't about you personally. I'm asking. Wouldn't that be the case?
I'm aware. I'm just clarifying. I'm just
sure.
Make a clarification.
So then I'm asking, wouldn't it be the case that if the people in that server were ever linking a Kiwi Farms thread, that whatever you're going to say about me, it's orders of magnitude clearly and obviously worse in that space?
Well, I think the problem that
I want to
hear Aiden answer that question.
Yeah,
thank you.
Then Dickers. I almost called you Beckett for whatever reason. No, British people look the same.
Dude, fuck you, man.
So sure, it could be magnitudes worse if okay, well no, you'd have to demonstrate. Oh, people are linking Kiwi Farms. So I don't know what specific examples you're talking about, but it was an invite-only server with a much more controllable, smaller mass where it was like 100 people.
I can't believe Aiden showed up to debate. Is this like the best person they can get to debate Steven? Like, really? There's no way this is like the best person they can get to debate Steven, because like Aiden was literally the person who was doxing. Like, he was the doxer. Like, he was the doxer person. Like, he was the person who was doxing.
Members took it too far. They could have been banned. A lot of them were verified creators and like verified. I'm pretty sure you had to be known to get into the server,
like
right?
The last
very
person we
should
defend
a mass
this.
of nameless faceless chatters, a much greater quantity that are being directed to this platform. You won't be able to control like what they do. Now you could say, oh well, amongst those 100 people, you could be directing people there.
So
but
stupid,
reasonably speaking,
bro.
somebody, if they're vetting every member, could reasonably believe that the people in that server have reputations at stake and would not be, and if they have no prior history of doxing, wouldn't be willing to actually go and utilize that PII for malicious purposes.
Homie is a real life wheelchair emoji, yeah, but he just thinks he can do every debate, which I mean, like, you can't. You just can't.
Okay, so none of this is responsive to my question. If you have 100 people in a server, and this server is
like, bro is way too confident in
obsessively talking about certain people,
or
and then they link
delusional.
to their TV farms
Probably
thread.
delusional.
Why would them having a tightly controlled server? Why would that matter? Why would that have anything to do with anything I just said? Wouldn't that count as doxing?
Okay, so because the people that were in that server have prior established reputations,
So?
and if they went and they know that doxing is a hard line in our space.
Well, when you say prior established reputations doxing, like what Shamu's done in the past, what I think even you have done in the past.
Well, that's literally the first time.
Steven knows. Steven knows. Steven knows. Steven knows.
Like the first time we ever heard about the
Steven
Shamu
knows?
shows from you guys, it was 3 years ago in a wholly separate community.
Sure, that's
Steven
fine. But
knows?
that's completely destroyed your entire carefully vetted creators with a reputation.
No,
whatever,
it wouldn't.
right?
No. Okay. No, it wouldn't, because obviously when we say like vetting them, I didn't even use the word. I don't think I used the term carefully. It's just people that had no known reputation of doxing and no interest in doing so because they had prior established reputations to defend and would be socially alienated if they were to go and participate in this behavior in our space.
Okay, can you tell me what the vetting process was to get into this Discord then?
I'm pretty sure you just had to be like a known. I'm pretty sure you just had to be like a known person in like the space.
Okay, then there is no vetting. That's what you just said was totally made up.
Well, obviously, if somebody's a known figure in the space, they would have some sort of social connection, and therefore it would be.
I'm tired of this guy's acting like a pulsing tumor. Me too, man. You know what?
A negative consequence would be alienation as a result of crossing the community's hard line of participation in doxing. And to our knowledge, nobody in that server ever did participate in doxing.
So nobody knew? Queeman didn't himself say that he had assumed that Shamu in the past had engaged in some kind of doxing? He didn't make that statement? Dickers hasn't Dickers literally made a video on you talking about you doxing somebody in the past?
Yes, and that should demonstrate to you, the person that was invited had already been doxed. That just tells you how harsh this space takes doxing, right? My situation, I was unequivocal.
Why would you? Why? They really should have picked someone better than Aiden, man. Why did they pick Aiden to do this? Why did they pick Aiden to debate? Why did they pick Aiden to debate? Aiden is like literally the one person in the entire thing that has like blatant concrete evidence of them doxing. What a stupid fucking retarded person to send forth as their champion. What the fuck?
Denounced by everybody.
Why?
I basically got like put through the ring for months. And it was like it was a shitty situation. I lost a lot of bridges over that.
Sure, but it wasn't because you doxed. It was because you were discovered to have, and then it brought that space into poor reputation, right? But there are doxers.
Where do you think I doxed?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, so when you say that space, it was in my personal server. The whole reason the server that you're talking about got created is because I wouldn't let people constantly talk about you in my server because I was personally just very uninterested
So you
in
sent
the
it to the other
subject.
server to talk about it?
What you say?
So you sent it to the other space to talk about it, right? You
No,
I don't want you to talk about
no.
in my server.
Bro, they always send like the stupidest people to debate Destiny. Like, or maybe all of them are stupid. You know what? I think all of them are stupid.
First of all,
No, that's not what I just said. The other space was created. Yeah, the other space was created because I barred them from talking about it. They went and then created this other space where they would be allowed, I guess, to talk about the sort of shit that at the time I found incredibly boring. Nobody that is interested or nobody that was a-logging you was in like VC at the time or active in the chat at the time, and anyone who was like associated with your critics or is your critic unequivocally denounced me. I got cut off by jstlk cut me off. I got like, this is a hard line in this space, and I should be an example of that.
Well, so it sounds like the hard line is that you apparently were publicly outed.
Wait, then why are you defending a space that no longer accepts you? Also, why should you be like the last? You should be the last person who talks about this then. What the fuck?
For this, so they didn't want the association, but then the fact that you said yourself that you were in this space for 2 months, right? At least. Sounds like there are people that engage in that behavior in that server, right?
What? When did I say anything like that?
People are saying in the chat Wick cooked him. It's like he's just like fucking
like
sitting there, bro.
I don't understand. I feel like that's like a non sequitur. Like how would that sound like there's people in the server that do that? I wasn't an active member. At that point, I'm pretty sure it was like a few weeks
after that. What do you mean by
that.
active member? Now we're saying you have to be an active member of the
I typed
server?
a net total of 3 messages in that server, and they were like, "Hi."
Nearly at 9.6k subs. Yeah, I know, right?
Like, how's it going? Like in one day.
Sure, but you don't need to be an active member to be reading what's in the server and to copy paste information from it, right?
I was not, because when I
wait. I don't know why you just said what you did. I gave an example of a capability, right? Somebody could be reading what's in the server and not be an active member of the server. So people could be posting threads to Kiwi Farms or whatever else, and people like you who've doxed before or Shamu who've doxed before could be reading it and using that information now.
Sure. I mean, I've never gone and disseminated. Like I've never disseminated.
Didn't ask
like,
if you did it personally. We're talking about the server.
Okay, yeah, you're saying that people within the server, because of what I did, it demonstrates that people in the server were not adequately vetted.
He really should be the last person. Why is he here? What are they thinking? What are they thinking, man? What are they thinking, man? They look so bad. They look so bad all the time. They look so bad. I just don't understand what they were thinking sending Aiden to debate Steven on doxing. The guy who was literally caught doxing. Like, what are we doing, man?
Prior to entry, right? But if we didn't know about the Shamu shit, then how exactly? I mean, unless like if
this is like coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb.
If it's a CIA vetting process where like you're going through somebody's like entire like messaging history, like across forums and like on
know about the
Discord
Shamu.
You know what? I take it back. Okay, maybe you know what? Maybe they did send the correct representative if they're all retarded enough to send him. If they're retarded enough to send him, maybe Aiden is representative of that space because they're all retards.
That he was doing this in public Discord servers, no? Wasn't this like in his Discord server a few years ago? Or
so
embarrassing. It's not like there was top secret group chats. Or...
It was private.
Well, yeah, it was in a wholly
different
community.
That was the reason why.
Wait, when you say private, though, you mean...
Hold on, Destiny, to be fair, I didn't know about it, right? Like, there's a lot of people who didn't know about it.
Well, I'm sorry, Wick, you didn't claim to have carefully vetted everybody that had gone into the server. He did.
Nobody said anything about careful. I said that the creators, the people in the server...
What do you think vetting means?
Okay, you said careful vetting. Vetting would be generally looking into somebody's background to some extent.
Yeah,
to
and
make
that's
sure
careful,
they would not be a given risk to
what?
whatever you're having them participate in, right? So if you look through, since these are all public-facing people, to my knowledge, if you look through their like given past, what was publicly accessible at the time, and there was no evidence of doxing, and you knew that they had established reputations within the community and therefore social reputations to defend, that would be an adequate enough vetting process. I agree, it's still like kind of irresponsible, but I don't think it's close to doxing or like what you did, directing an entire like large mass over to the Kiwi Farms thread towards someone they dislike.
And how many pages were even made in Anna's Kiwi Farms thread? Was it hundreds, thousands?
I have no clue. I feel like that's just like not necessarily a super relevant detail.
I feel like it's pretty relevant because the implication is that I'm directing all my people there and they're going to all be active participants in the thread. It was like 50 pages, if that, over years. Like nobody really posted. There's just a few people that were posting in my thread already that went over and filled out that thread. So this idea that
does it matter how many pages it was? It's going to matter more the amount of information or the kind of information that was posted in that thread.
Well, no, I'm speaking to
you said earlier that you didn't reference.
Yeah, and then Aiden's gonna tag like Dickers is coming in to save Aiden because Aiden fucking sucks at debating. Oh god.
To it after the fact, and the context was like it was totally fine. You referenced the fucking Kiwi Farms thread, and then it was over. Did the Anna arc end after you linked to the Kiwi Farms thread, or did it carry on like chatter of Anna in your community?
Well, I think it carried on because she continued to talk about me every single day on her stream, unfortunately. But the the implication that I'm directing my community there to actively participate in the thread, it's not borne out by what I said in chat. It's not borne out by what happened afterwards, and it's not borne out by the amount of posters and.
Didn't you just admit to it?
Admit to what?
Didn't you just admit to directing your community to go participate in your thread instead of yours? So are you going to deny the implication when you like just admitted it? Like
I said the point was not to tell them, guys, go gossip about it, go fill out all the stuff there. The point was I don't want this type of talk in my community. That was
do you think they were going there to talk about their day? Like what exactly do you think they're going to fucking Kiwi Farms to do?
I think the vast majority of them didn't go there at all. That's the evidence I was giving. I said I didn't want this talk.
That would be a consequence. That would be the actual consequence. But at the time, you would have no way of actually necessarily knowing that outcome, right? You just knew that you were directing an audience there. If it's true that like not a lot of them went there, that's great. It's great that the reckless decision didn't like cause as much material harm or whatever.
Well, you're saying reckless decision, but it seems like I had a pretty good. First of all, you're saying thousands. This is an offline chat, so I don't even know how many people are active.
I said thousands once. I just took your word for it when you said there weren't. I don't.
Okay, well, it was an offline chat. I know what my chat is talking about most. I think the vast majority of my chatters don't even know what fucking Kiwi Farms is. But a lot of stuff and rumors are being reposted from there to my chat. And if I
think everybody knows what Kiwi Farms is by this point. No, yeah, I think Steven's audience knows what Kiwi Farms is at this point. Like he says, most chatters, most chatters are like they don't know about Kiwi Farms. I don't think so. I think most of them know what Kiwi Farms is, but.
Don't make some kind of comment on it, then people think there's a sweep or people aren't sure why something's being censored or whatever. I was like, listen, if you worry about it, go here. You can be critical of my decision to post it. You can say, well, I think that was irresponsible, whatever. That's fine. But the accusation that I'm like intentionally doing this to further her dox or to further her harassment, that just doesn't make any sense. If I wanted to do that, we would just keep talking about it in a DGG chat or make a site like one of these secret discords that you guys make, or there would have been way more people posting in that thread because they all understood like this is the juicy thing that we need to do.
So you legitimately you believe that most of your audience has no idea what Kiwi Farms is, in your opinion?
Back then, absolutely not. Yeah, most did not know. Even today, actually,
they probably do
most
now,
don't.
though, right?
Well, around the Keffels arc, they would have because Kiwi Farms became a lot more of a talking point, and then maybe now a few more do. But especially since I do majority politics, my guess is less than half. They might have heard the term before, but don't actually know what Kiwi Farms is. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that's not how these crazy fucking communities like work, right? You've got lurkers, then you've got chatters, then you've got the people who are the most fucking engaged. I think I don't want to reference anything, so I don't think I'm even getting close to that. But even the people who do the really fucking bad shit, which is bad on your thread, we're talking about what? 5 people, a dozen people, 20 people, maybe.
But I would argue
that's not huge swaths of people that are building that shit up.
Sure, but I would argue that's not ordinary Kiwi Farms behavior. I think the people in my thread are especially unhinged. I don't think that it's generally that there is open encouragement. I mean, like you can make the faces, but like Noel himself literally.
I'm like Hutch, I can't help but make the faces.
Noel himself literally said that everybody in my thread was fucking unhinged and unwatched my thread because he didn't want to fucking deal with even reading it anymore because the people were so insane in there. Yeah, so I think that my thread is a little bit beyond.
Is it still not the case that you only need a few select individuals? I mean, for doxing.
Not in the loop on Snarkers shit. But my impression was Katie Farms is dox shit and weird personal identification. Yep, you're right.
One person does it, and it's done. You don't need thousands of people to go and fucking do this stuff. Okay. It only takes like one person, maybe a dozen of like a dozen dedicated posters.
Sure. Let's say that is the case. Sure. Let's say that is the case. Then I don't understand how this doesn't make your guys' decision to post this stuff in your own private server a million times worse.
Was it me?
Aiden running? I'm kidding. It's probably his internet.
Okay, we can carry on. It's all right. Oh, he's back in.
Yeah, it must have been just an internet issue. I didn't.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, you're okay.
You
hit the wrong button.
You have the logs, and I guess you'll make.
He probably, dude. If he ran from that, he would have gave up way too easily. I think Aiden's the kind of motherfucker. Aiden is like literally the kind of motherfucker who would like keep on debating if he thinks that he still has a chance to win, even if he's like losing spectacularly. If he's losing spectacularly, he's the kind of motherfucker who would not give up.
The accusation. So do you know what exactly was posted there? Because for example, I don't know, do people actually link the URLs? At least I can say for my server, if any of the fucking URLs and any of that information has docs information, that is absolutely unequivocally banned. And then if people are posting to like, I don't know, let's say some other server where somebody has like a totally public name, even then, it's going to depend what they're fucking posting to. Generally, as a rule of thumb, this is the way that I moderate it, is if you want to share a post, screenshot it, post that, and then blur any appropriate information. But linking directly to Kiwi Farms, usually not.
We sort of,
I
don't know what the, sure, but again, for your own servers, that's fine. I'm just saying that if you have an issue with me linking to her KF thread, of which nothing came of that, and nothing, I mean, like I said.
Did it not? Was Anna not swatted? Did she not have complaints about that?
I've never in my life heard that before. And I know that if she was swatted, she would have done that constantly. So I don't think so, no. So nothing really happened.
Wrong. I think she did come up with it constantly. No?
You could be wrong, but you also made that claim that I was talking about finding Anna's parents' information. That wasn't Anna, it was Kethel's. But that's another thing we can get into in the future.
That was Kethel's parents' information.
Correct. And I think it was after she was already talking about my family members. But regardless, I'm just saying that if you are of the mind.
I can't believe they got Deedle D and Deedle Dumb to like debate Destiny. Just like they have to find someone better, man. There has to be better people to find to debate Steven, man. This is almost like it's like beating up a bunch of children. I mean, they literally look like children anyway, like compared to Steve. But like, it's just there has to be better people to debate Steven, man. This is just so disappointing.
That I shouldn't have posted that thread in my chat. You can be of that mind. That's fine. But like to say that my goal was to like intentionally cause more doxing related harassment or whatever towards Anna doesn't make any sense. It's not. I mean, so many other ways I could have harassed somebody.
This girl was like super fucking obsessed with you. At the time, you really fucking hated Anna. That can't be denied, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But if I really hated Anna, why wouldn't I just...
She's wait, in the basement of her mind. She's got this huge crazy drama. She's shit-talking you all over these fucking streams, and it's really fucking twisting your brain, right? I could be sympathetic to that. But then when you say, go, guys, and it wasn't on an offline chat, because there's a stream clip of you saying, hey, listen, guys, brand new Kiwi Farms thread. Go and talk there. Don't talk about it here. And then I think 2 months later or something, is it you start talking about Anna again?
Can I just ask, just for my clarity, Dickers, are you saying that when him stopping the people in his chat from talking about it and saying go do it elsewhere, is bad?
You didn't just say elsewhere. You directed them to a specific forum that is known for hosting PII.
Yeah, but does that count as directing him there?
Just as a quick
unequivocal statement. Then here's a brand new Kiwi Farms thread. Go there, post there. Can you think of?
I mean, you can argue, like, in my opinion, like, obviously at the time, like, he probably shouldn't have posted that thread, but that's, like, beside the point, right? Like, in my opinion, I do have a criticism for Steven here, like, for Steven from a long time ago, I guess, is that, like, he should have just, like, banned people who talked about Anna. That's it. Like, without directing them anywhere. He should have just banned people talking about Anna. That's it. Without like linking Anna's Kiwi Farms thread, like fine, right? But like that's still like nothing compared to anything these guys have done. Like,
what unequivocal way to direct somebody to something?
Right?
First of all, I need a clip to see if that was my exact statement, because that sounds a little exaggerated.
We can show it.
Number one, whoever's talking to you, I'm sure I can provide the clip. Number one, but number two, what I'm saying is that if I wanted to harass her because I hated her so much, why would I ban chat of her from my DG chat? Like, this is a strained like argument. Like again,
you didn't want to trigger anymore,
well, you say okay. For example, when I bring up consistent behavior, like the denunciation of like my behavior, right, from this community to demonstrate like the hardcore line with doxing, right? What that would indicate typically is that this community is a hardcore line with doxing, so they won't denounce me for it. But you'll imply something like, oh, so when it was like public with you, they denounced you, implying that like they did so at the time strategically, sort of like jumping, or you're totally fine with insinuating.
Bro, this task is fucking ass cheeks, man. Why did I even pick the zombie task? Is it just because I thought it would be quick and easy? I have to like wait for all these fucking zombies to spawn again. Like, ugh, what? Why did I pick this task? Man?
You're completely fine with like injecting malintent whenever it comes to descriptions of like the behavior of the people you dislike. But then when you're like, oh, well, it makes no sense. Well, can't use the same explanation.
Well, sure. Well, no, because we just look at the surrounding behavior. If I wanted to harass Anna, I would have been able to do it way more effectively using my chat. Why would I tell people no more chatting about her here? Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, wouldn't that like sort of bring negative consequences to yourself? Like,
okay, Aiden, I don't know if you know the Anna law, but yeah. So
wait, hold on, wait. What do you mean? Wait, if it was so obvious that Kiwi Farms is such a horrible site, then why would I post that, knowing that that would also bring negative harm to myself? Like, this doesn't make sense.
Because you know that like conversations happening in your community about her triggered her at the time, right?
Yes.
Okay, and instead of just like cancelling all out and saying we're not talking about Anna anymore, directing people to a Kiwi Farms thread. At the very least, you have to have the awareness that that would have led to some eventual harassment.
Not necessarily harassment. It's a containment zone. I don't know. I guess I'm explaining this to the audience because you're playing down. But like, people are going to be talking about stuff that's happening in other spaces, right? It's up to you to figure out if you want it in your community or if it has to happen elsewhere. So I don't want it in my community, but I know that there's a lot of stuff that's coming up that people are chatting about. I don't have another containment zone or whatever for it. And I figure on Kiwi Farms people chat about it. I don't know if I linked to her thread or is my thread or Kiwi Farms. Like, listen, you want to go gossip this shit? Go fucking here. I don't want it in my fucking community. Like, that's it.
Okay. So I've got the quote. If you want to talk about what you said on stream, is that right? I've just got the. I think this is the Mr. Girl manifesto.
Is it the clip?
This might be the quote where it comes from.
If it's
like quoting from the Mr. Girl manifesto, really? Like, you don't have your own prepared material. You have to like take like shit from other people. Like, you're really not helping the whole cabal like narrative. You're not helping like the whole cabal like aesthetic if you're like taking shit from Mr. Girl, like one of Destiny's biggest haters back then. Basically, I don't think he hates Destiny as much anymore. I think he would probably just say that Destiny is like reprehensible and morally wrong because according to Mr. Girl's worldview, right?
Well, and I guess Destiny can say if it jogs his memory. Okay.
I guess it'd be nice if we had the
quote,
the video, but.
Yeah, this is my only non-media blackout time. Somebody on Kiwi Farms has made a thread of Anna. I'm only doing non-media blackout because I know you fuckers are going to be finding it slowly over the next week or two and then talking about it in chat and getting big bans. So, if you're obsessed with Anna and you want to talk about her all the time, you, chatter, you can actually go to Kiwi Farms and you can post all you want. Read it all you want. Make accounts there. People put a lot of effort into categorizing and archiving everything. There you go, okay? All right, boom. Now back to media blackout. Oh, the reason why we go do media blackout is because anytime she gets any attention, that'll loop and feed into itself for fucking hours or weeks or months or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, Destiny probably shouldn't have been so specific and said so many of that shit. Like, what's the point, right? Because everything that the Snarkers have done is, like, way worse than that, but okay.
You didn't want to fucking loop it on that shit, but you linked and directed people to those Kiwi Farms threads, right?
So it sounds like what I just said was that I don't want this conversation in my community. I don't want her getting constantly re-triggered by my community. I don't want this in my space. So for the media blackout refers to the fact that we were not having any conversations about Anna. That was the media blackout. However, every time a new post is made in my thread, every time a new...
If I was Steven, I probably wouldn't have given this answer. Well, obviously, you know, I'm like backseat debating in a way, right? But like, I feel as though if I was Steven, I probably would have said something like, yeah, like I probably should have been a little bit better about that back then, but you know, that's still nothing compared to everything that you guys have done or whatever, right?
Post is made somewhere else. Like people in chat are like, did you guys see this? Or have you seen this? Blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, hold on. We're talking about Anna. You want to talk about it? Go somewhere else. Or go to Kiwi Farms. Go talk about it here.
Wait,
We're not talking about
it doesn't seem like that is what's happening because you were during a media blackout anyway, and then you lifted that to go and direct people to the Anna stuff. So in a media blackout, when you've banned mentions of Anna, aren't people going to get banned for mentioning that stuff anyway?
Yeah, but I don't know how to explain this. I know, it's funny. We'll play the game. If somebody comes in chat and somebody's like, whoa, did you guys see what happened to the psychology girl? Like, you can ban that person. What happens after you ban that person, though?
Presumably they lose all of the attention under that name and they have to go and make a new fucking
account.
I'm not going on Kiwi Farms. That's what I told myself until I went on Kiwi Farms.
Oh, everybody in chat is like, wait, why did we ban that person? What happened? Right? I can start banning people that ask why I banned the person, but like this, you can't do this. You have to address it. You have to say, like, I banned this person because they brought up, you know, and then, but then in a few weeks or whatever, somebody else say, what about this or what about that, right? It's you play this whack-a-mole game forever, and then you never stop the re-triggering because they're always going to be bringing stuff up in my chat.
You said a few minutes ago. You said a few minutes ago that that most of your chat at that point in time wasn't aware of Kiwi Farms. So when you say like, when I get rid of them, what do you think happens then? Well, if they didn't know about the site, most of your chat at that point in time, you've possibly just given a bunch of people who would have otherwise potentially sulked about it in private or complained to their friends and another forum where they can do this, and a forum that you can't moderate. So where bad tactics are permitted.
It's
so
not a bad tactic, though. Hold on. Is your just let's just reiterate.
Just to be clear, what Aiden is saying here.
No, stop. Wait, don't translate for these guys. They don't need help. Okay. If your impression from that message, also, was this a thing I said?
Yeah, Wick. Or I'm kidding.
On stream, or was this a message that I typed in chat?
Something you said on stream. No, it was something that you said on stream.
Okay. So if I'm saying...
You can even look at the intonations there if you're like doubting it. So if you're obsessed with Anna and you want to go and talk about her all the time, chatter, you can actually go to Kiwi Farms, you can post all you want, that stuff.
Sure.
So it's something you said on stream.
Okay, sure. So if there's a media blackout, but people keep bringing it up, and I stop the media blackout, and I say, if you want to go talk about this, go to Kiwi Farms, talk about it. And then I say, no more talking about Anna. How is the assumption here that I'm trying to...
Okay, yeah. Here's the question, I suppose. Yep. What's more innocuous and what's more harmful? People making offhanded coded references in your chat to stuff about Anna, and that's going to make her loop on the attention, or going to...
Yeah, like, Steve, like, I would argue that Steven did not go about the correct way of arguing this, at least this point. Like, clearly Aiden and Dickers is, like, latching on to this specific thing. Like, they're latching onto this specific thing. Obviously, they're in the wrong, okay? Like, again, I'm on Steven's side and everything. But at the end of the day, like, there are better ways to approach an argument or whatever. I think he's kind of slipped up a little bit, but that's fine, whatever.
Kiwi Farms, where people, in your words, categorize, archive, catalog all of this fucking behavior, and it's there as like a permanent fucking harassment tool. If people wanted to harass her, right?
Well, so I don't know if Kiwi Farms is a permanent harassment tool necessarily, number one. But number two, you're asking me what would be worse?
Yeah, which would be innocuous, which would be more harmful.
Having it constantly brought up in my chat, but we have to constantly address it over weeks and months is worse.
Well, that doesn't sound like that's a concern for Anna at that point. That just sounds like it's a fucking headache for you.
Why do you think? Of course it was a concern for Anna. What do you mean?
Because having people as like a permanent catalog of her docs or information there, that can be banned from your offline chat, and it's hard to find information there. But on Kiwi Farms, you're right. You accurately describe it. People archive, people categorize, people log that shit.
The things that she was looping at were messages in my chat that were being given to her that she was looping off of. They were things that were screenshots of messages coming from my chat.
Yes.
So I don't want people talking about it in my chat, but I can't be playing whack-a-mole and
do you not think
banning.
that when a Kiwi Farms thread starts, that has the huge potential of escalating it massively?
I mean, it could, but don't you agree that my chatters continuing to ask about stuff posted there could also escalate it massively?
It could make her loop on it, since I think she had mental illnesses. But in terms of like reaching IRL harassment or people going to those fucking lengths, no, I don't think so. I think your DGG chat, well, maybe not now.
Hold on, wait. Just to be clear, real quick, there was no IRL harassment ever though from the Kiwi Farms thread, right? So I don't know why we're bringing that up. Number one, and then number two, I'm pretty sure that after I banned it from my chat for some time, she did stop looping on things. Like again, this is just the only reason why we're going over to the Kiwi. The only reason why we're running down this, so I have to illustrate for people that are listening. Okay, again,
it's
well, it's not a pivot technically.
From the Snark server because you can't prove that anybody doxed in there.
Well,
no.
Not a pivot.
Talking about the Snark server is what I would rather be talking about, which is fine. The reason why I want to talk about this point though is because I know that you guys have like mind fucked yourself.
Also, like, again, why did you send Aiden? Why did you send Aiden? Like, what?
On this for years on this rumor talking point. And actually, just with what Dickers just said, I actually just understood now what you mind fucked yourself on. When you said, you just said that you wanted to keep Anna from looping on this because it was a headache to you. Do you think the only reason why I banned talk of her in my chats was because I just didn't like it and it was bothering me?
And it got attributed to you, yeah. And so it's on a secondary.
Are you not aware that she asked me over and over again to make it so that people wouldn't say things about her in my chat? You think I did that only because?
Yeah, and then when people would, the blame would fall on you, right? So it's a headache for you.
Do you have any evidence of that at all?
Well, that's my interpretation. That's my argument. I mean, given the fact you were coming here with no fucking snark logs, I mean, we could ask that question the entire debate.
Well, we can get to the snark logs. We can get to the snark logs.
That's my argument. Your mindset at the time.
You can say that that's
evidence. I haven't got a CT scan.
You can say that's the evidence. That's fine, okay. But I'm just saying that like the story that you guys are telling is that I wanted to maliciously link Anna's snark thread on Kiwi Farms in order to maximize the amount of harassment that she would receive because I hated her and she was causing me a headache. But I wanted plausible deniability, even though I'm linking the Kiwi Farms directly. Let me finish. Even though I'm linking the Kiwi Farms thread directly in my chat under my own name, somehow I'm doing this because I want to shed all deniability for myself, but I also want to continue to maximize harassment against her. And then we stopped talking about her in my chat, and it seems to, for a while at least, like calm down the looping stuff or whatever. My story is that I don't like it when people gossip in my chat, that she was complaining about messages coming from my chat talking about her, so I do a media blackout in my chat so that people stop referencing her. But then every time a new thing is posted in my Kiwi Farms thread, of which stuff continue to be posted, every time a new thing is posted, somebody would show my show, go, did you guys see this? Did you guys see that? Until eventually I say, okay, hold on. This is about Anna. We're talking about her. If you want to talk about her, go to Kiwi Farms, talk about her. Don't talk about her in my community. We're not doing this here. We're not having these conversations here. And then I say, back to not talking about her. For you to run with that and say, well, you were just doing this because you were trying to maximize the harassment of Anna. You can have that opinion, but it's a stretch. And given the fact that there is no real life harassment of Anna that came from it, number one, and number two, that thread was a dead thread. It didn't even like spawn anything because why would it?
It's just a wacky.
I'm not even sure if that's true.
If that isn't his argument, Dickers, I'm going to give you the microphone. Then if you want to re-clarify or restate it or whatever, now's a chance. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get like an honest point on this. Maybe not. I mean, this has all been so fucking.
If you want to move on, that's fine.
You can ask me any question. Don't keep it up. I'll answer whatever.
Question, yeah. Because maybe we'll get like a more honest answer.
Steven needs to be more on the attack, especially because the strategy behind every single one of these debates is that whenever you're like trying to defend yourself, whenever you look like you're trying to defend yourself, it doesn't matter whether or not you're right or not. Like you should not be constantly on the defense. It does not look good when you're constantly on the defense. Okay, so which is why like Steven is still winning. Like in my opinion, he's still winning over these like yahoos, right? But obviously the issue is that like he needs to be attack. He's allowed to defend. Okay, you should be defending, but you should also be mainly attacking, right? But yeah. To
this possibly, do you regret it in the end? Linking to a Kiwi Farms.
Like now asking like. You see how smug Dickers is being right now? Like, yeah.
And having it there, rather than being like moderated in your spaces. Because at least in your spaces, chat's not going to do fucking crazy shit like go there, fuck with her, archive the crash outs, link to that permanently.
No, Kiwi Farms doesn't get,
in your fucking chat.
Nobody had done that. Nobody had done that to me and my thread. My thread was like 1,000 pages.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't think people were
a huge fucking media figure.
Yeah, but if I had
known as somebody that you had sex with,
sure.
And then
if I had 1,000 pages or whatever in my thread, and I don't think I was getting swatted back then.
Yeah, because this like downplaying, this downplaying of like, oh yeah, well, it's just a small thread of Anna, whatever. Like that doesn't look very good. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't look very good. Okay, like that's not exactly the best argument, right? Like obviously linking to Kiwi Farms for anybody is probably kind of bad, right? Like of course, right? Yeah, in my opinion. But hey, you know, what do I know? Backseat debating.
Why did I say something about swatting? I don't think I did.
What other real life harassment are you referring to?
Well, I'm not talking about real life harassment. I said online harassment in that instance.
He said earlier he personally believes doxing is bad in itself.
The majority
I was clarifying what you fucking said earlier. Denying saying that?
The majority of the quote unquote harassment was just people talking about her. That's what she considered harassment. The majority of it was people showing up in her Twitch chat to argue with her.
I'm not talking about what she considered. I'm asking retrospectively, do you feel as though stuff would have been better moderated with sly references here and there? You would have got to ban, and then people like, wow, why was that guy banned? There was on a Kiwi Farms thread where people would go, fuck with her, archive the crash outs, upload up to Kiwi Farms, and have it as like a permanent harassment pool if people wanted to. Especially during your like further like dramas with Anna.
You said the thread. Hold on, wait,
stuff. We don't even have to talk about that. I'm talking in retrospect. Do you fucking regret it?
No, I think that it was probably the right move. But like I can acknowledge, like maybe it's a hard move. Like you can try to just ban a topic and then ban everybody that asks about the topic and then don't answer.
I feel as though Steven slipped up on this point. I think he should just move on. But he definitely slipped up a little bit on this point, in my opinion. Like obviously, like you can ban people talking about it, but like I think like obviously like yeah. In my opinion, okay? In my humble opinion.
Why you ban the people who were asking about the topic? But like containment zones are well-known things on the internet. 4chan had arguably all of VGs a fucking containment board. Like 4chan had containment.
Yeah, but you don't have to link the containment zones, right? Like yeah. Like obviously at the end of the day, these guys are hypocrites, right? It doesn't like this point doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things at all, right? But you should own it. And then say, no, you've done way worse, right?
Zones, Discord. JStlk was a containment zone for drama in my stream before the whole court case stuff. Like this is like a well-known phenomenon. Like if you want to talk about some shit, go there because there's usually less people there. It usually dies out over time, which it did. There were less people there. And then it avoids all of the.
I don't want Steven to dwell on this point. Hopefully he doesn't dwell on this point for too much. Like in my opinion, he shouldn't be dwelling on this point.
Attention to the main community. I think in retrospect, it was probably the right decision. I could see saying like, oh, maybe just having people ask questions about it is maybe better. But Anna was like ranting about me every single day on her stream. So people in my chat would have continued to ask, and I can't just ban all conversation about it while she's talking constantly about it because they're either going to go to her chat to talk about it, they're going to keep slightly referencing it in my chat, or they can go on Kiwi Farms to talk about it. It's a separate place where you literally talk about shit like this. Like that's again, you can say that like I don't like your approach or whatever. That's fair. That's fine. But like to say that like I'm intentionally trying to exacerbate the harassment of her, that's a stretch, and you have no proof of that, and it doesn't make sense because I can harass her so many better ways.
Okay, that's a better thing. Like if Steven is saying you don't have to like the way that I've gone about it, that's fine. I think that's fine, whatever. Like that is enough of saying like, well, you know, like you can just disagree with my method. I don't know. Like it's not whatever, I don't care.
That's not even the claim being made right now.
The reason this got brought up, it was brought up by me. It was brought up by me. The reason I brought it up is just to signal that would be probably a better example of a case where you have where you would have a reasonable suspicion that somebody would go and do something potentially bad, right?
No, that's not true. No, that's typically Kiwi Farms just for gossiping about people. That's generally what they do there.
Well, yeah, but also like making PII available that malicious actors can then access if they wanted to.
I guess, but like that doesn't usually matter for smaller creators or smaller people. Like it's just not like larger figures are way more likely to get like swatted or like real life harassment. Like nobody's showing up to harass somebody like a 10-page Kiwi Farm.
That involves like a whole lot of trust for like just random massive faceless people. Like I mean, sure, for some people it doesn't.
As opposed to the trust that I should have in my chat if Anna is ranting about me in an unhinged manner over and over and over again every day.
Why you haven't argued for this dichotomy? Why does you shutting it down in chat have to result in you directing people to this site specifically? If most of the chat at that point didn't even know about Kiwi Farms, shutting the obsessive people down in general. If most people didn't know about it, and they wouldn't have even gone there as an alternative. So then where would they have gone?
I don't know. They could create a splitter Discord. They could create another community to chat about it. That's usually what happens when you ban people. You don't give them an outlet for the stuff they want to talk about. They start creating splinter communities. You have even less control over it. They can get even more unhinged. So why not direct them to the place people are?
You think Anna deserves a personal apology? Yeah, I'll say so. But I'm pretty sure Anna is still a snarker to this day. Like she still comes into jstlk related circles to this day. So I don't feel bad for her. Like the fact that she comes into jstlk related circles to pull some stupid shit like makes me not feel bad for her anyway. So like yeah, probably maybe she needs an apology. I don't really care. But like at the end of the day, like she is kind of with the snarkers, like in my opinion. But hey, what do I know? Why are you
talking about this shit? Why have them create another one?
Wait, why would a splinter Discord server be more unhinged than Kiwi Farms?
Because it would be a place that would be like fucking dedicated to obsessing about this person, and then this community would have like other things that they could continue to talk about and grow on. And it's just typically Splitter Discord. I'm sure you guys know. I don't know why I'm saying this. Splitter Discords get cancerous as fuck. Way more than a random KF thread that died. By the way, her thread was dead. Like that's it. Like what I thought would happen happened.
You directed people there.
What?
What happened to it after you directed people to it, though?
I'm sure there was probably a small flurry of activity and then it died.
It fucking blew up, right? Compared to how much activity there was before.
Wait, compared to how much activity there was before? It was just created. What do you mean?
It was...
Well, what was the posting rate at the time? Was it literally created that moment? Or was it around for like a few days?
I don't know. Somebody in my chat said that after I linked it, that there were like 6 posts created in the next week. I think is what somebody said. I don't know how true that is. I can't go back and check it. But it didn't blow up ever. It's dead. It died. It's got 48 pages on it. It's dead. It was never a super active thread.
When you say it was
okay, so Anna's Kiwi Farms thread had been created 2 weeks earlier. This is from, I guess, the Mr. Girl manifesto from the fucking Anna section. Is the best log of this stuff, I guess. Anna's Kiwi Farms thread had been created 2 weeks earlier and had averaged 1.4 posts.
Can we stop entertaining this pivot, please, and like talk about why we're fucking here? Like this was literally brought up. This was literally brought up.
This is a total pivot, and you're buying into it. If you'd like.
Actually,
okay?
Oh, dude, you're just this is a pivot because he has nothing. Give us an example of doxing in the server.
Anna's Kiwi Farms thread had been created 2 weeks earlier and an average of 1.4 posts per day. The day Destiny signal boosted the thread, there were 35 posts, followed by another 99 that week. So whoever's saying like 6 posts, they're just fucking lying.
There were 34 posts over the next week, so it went from 1.9 posts a day.
35 posts that day. 35 posts that day. 99 posts over the following week.
How many posts are on a page in Kiwi Farms again? Is it 10?
It depends how fucking long it is, I think. I'm not totally sure.
I don't think so. All I know, listen. Well, yeah, because I'm just curious if that was literally the whole thread. All I know is that thread died pretty fast. There might have been a flurry of activity over a week or two. Although keep in mind, people were already posting about her in my thread, right? So they were already talking about her. It was being linked a lot in my community. Again, you can disagree with me telling people to go there and chat about it, but based on how everything turned out, I think it was probably the right move in retrospect. I don't think just like silencing all the conversation about my community and not talking about any of it there. I think that more bad stuff could have split off from that, but I think my decision was fine. And for you to stretch this to like I'm trying to harass her in a covert manner is just
you've said this like 5 times now, dude. And again, everybody, me and Aiden have both said that is not even the fucking claim being made.
Just for my edification, what is the claim being made? Just state it clearly.
It was irresponsible. Destiny has got. Aiden, you made the claim, so fair enough.
I was the one that made the claim. It wasn't necessarily. It wasn't meant to be like an argument of itself. It was going to be an example of a case where if like you had a far greater likelihood, if like since this is like doxing because you're making the information accessible to the server where they could then go and act on it. I brought that up as an example where you'd have actually more basis to assert that than you would here.
Sure. Right? And if you want to say this is irresponsible, then fine, you can say that. I think that's an opinion maybe you could even defend.
It's Skate 3.
But it's way different than like like I think you guys even use this. Well, no. We can go. Hold on. We can re-roll the tape if Wick wants to rewind. We can. But because I know you guys all have used this phrase for like 2 or 3 years. Destiny intentionally sent his audience to Kiwi Farms to post about her with the basically the statement being that like I'm encouraging my fans to go and harass her there. But that wasn't my goal. The goal was
that's just like the plain reading of that statement.
No, the plain.
Yeah, like doxing is always about intent. Okay, like that isn't doxing, nor is it directing harassment. Yeah, like obviously, like Destiny could have done it in a better manner, but like obviously a silly point, right?
The was that I was trying to increase the harassment of Anna, rather than this was a step I was taking to reduce the amount of conversation about her in my community.
The plain reading of that is you did direct people to Anna's Kiwi Farms to go and post that. That's literally like almost verbatim.
But if the next minute after that is to reduce the amount of people talking about it or eliminate people talking about it in your community, which is larger, I think that's fine. But we can agree to disagree, but like
for all of the reasons that I just outlined, I just don't think that's fucking true. But we can go back to
that's fine. You can say for all the reasons you want, but like historically, my argument was correct. It turned out to be the correct one. That thread died, nothing real or whatever came from it, and I don't know what would have happened if I would have let the people continue to talk over and over again. So
did it die because it peaced out on its own, or did it die because you stopped talking about Anna and stopped doing these like breaks in your media blackout? I'm
pretty sure there was only one break in the media blackout. I think I posted that link in my chat a single time, and I probably stopped eventually.
I think we're gonna supersede Wick TV subscriber count one day, maybe. Okay, fingers crossed.
Anna in the future?
I'm sure at some point we went back and forth again because she continued to talk about me, but eventually we stopped talking about each other. And then eventually, once she stopped doing that, there was nothing for me to talk about at all related to that. And then eventually people stopped talking about her. That was how it worked.
Okay. Let's, do we want to move on to the next point?
Well, sure. Well, let's go back to, okay, well, now we've got the Anna lore out of the way because I know you guys love to bring this one up.
Okay, I joined the backstage. Hopefully they drag me in.
Roll it all the way back to the Shamu stuff. Shamu posted a doxing tool and the username of somebody in that server, correct?
That was the account rules.
I probably disagree with that description. I mean, would you like, would you
wait, what part of that description do you disagree with? Which part?
Sure. So it's an OSINT tool, and it becomes a dox tool when it's used to dox, right? Just like it's like describing a kitchen knife as like a fucking murder weapon if you're just using it for food processing. Like it's like
what else can you use an OSINT tool for?
Okay, so you can use an OSINT tool for like intelligence gathering for journalistic pieces where you're like purposefully omitting certain pieces of PII that you know will lead to like identifying the person's personal identity.
Was somebody writing a journalistic piece on this person? Was somebody writing a piece on this person?
Shamu was heavily reporting on Tectone, and at the time, when they had been looking into this account, they were under the belief that this was possibly Tectone or somebody doing this at Tectone's directive. So yeah, Shamu, based on who they believe this possibly was actually doing a piece on this person, yeah.
Why did Nicandros post the tool then?
Pretty sure to give the logs. I'm pretty sure it was, between the two of them, I'm pretty sure wasn't it to give to him? Hold on.
No, okay. So I can fucking spell this out then. So online researchers, okay? Online researchers
come on.
interact with
let Dickers. Let Dickers
get
it out. Dickers, hold on, stop, Aiden. Dickers, please. You had something to say? I want to give you the space to say it, please.
Yeah, so online researchers usually have to engage in, like, sometimes they come across docs information, sometimes looking up, like, a previous fucking Twitter account name of, like, some shit can be pretty fucking useful to be able to, like, piece things together. So long as you don't publish it, that's totally fucking fine. And this is a conversation that should have been had in private, rather than talking about it in a public Discord.
Then what are they using, what are they doing with that information? Then what the fuck are they doing with that information? Like, how are they using it? How are they using that information?
That's basically it, but in terms of doxing, no.
Well, so then the fact that they were talking about it publicly, why should they have talked about it privately instead of publicly?
Because, for example, with the fucking gay ops comment, you don't want to have a fucking 100-person Discord being like, oh, what's this conversation right here? With these two big YouTubers that I like. Damn, we're doing gay ops? I want to be just like them. I'll get involved. I'll help them with the content. You don't want to fucking even accidentally distribute that stuff. I don't think from the conversation that was their intention.
Sure,
it is reckless, absolutely.
I agree with you. Why didn't anybody else on the server say anything?
Who was active at the time?
Anybody that was watching. Was there a single person in that entire Discord that said, hey, you guys shouldn't be doing this. This isn't okay. It's not cool.
You tell me, you've got the logs. Right?
If I remember correctly, there was a few other screen names that were in the logs that were posting around the same time. I remember Substance being there, I believe. I'm 95% sure.
Substance isn't a mod. Substance is some like Twitter clipper guy. He's not a fucking moderator. And he's not the person who I would even understand to know what isn't appropriate around that stuff, right?
I don't know. Do you need to be a moderator to call out bad behavior? If I see people in a server talking about using doxing tools and things like that I think is irresponsible,
well, I don't even know if I would expect like a random chatter to know why that would be inappropriate, right? We just see researchers talking about doing like internet research, like, oh, I guess this is what they fucking do, without realizing, fuck, there are other people in this fucking Discord. They might do some fucking retarded shit.
Hold on, wait. And
that's
about
it. It's an inappropriate conversation to have in public.
I
This has been fucking twisted and warped into like an active doxing attempt,
I understand.
which is totally retarded.
Yep, you keep saying that. I thought this was just
not attempt, a claim that it was doxing.
I thought you just kept saying things about like the people in here are vetted, so they wouldn't be doing this doxing stuff. So why would it even matter if they posted that tool? And then you said it's just a clipping Discord. That's all they do in here. Now you're telling me these two guys are collaborating on research for an internet article by posting doxing tools in the Discord back and forth to each other?
Well, I'm pretty sure.
I don't even know what claim you're trying to map out there. So the predominant use for this.
Wait, okay, let me give the claim. The claim. I'll give you the broad claim, and then you can.
On Twitter.
Sure. The broad claim is that this is a server where people regularly engaged in this type of behavior. That's why when he posted a doxing tool, nobody batted an eye at it. It's why they were back and forth, and nobody in the server was correcting or calling it out.
Tools like that existed.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. But if there's very few of them,
because that was the only time, right? So it wasn't something
if it was the case, and that's the only time anything like that had ever been posted, and nobody had ever seen anything like that ever in their entire lives, why weren't more people in the server like, what the fuck are you guys posting here? What are you guys doing this for? Why is this going on?
Let me ask you a question. If this was the dedicated,
I just want to hear
why did they have to go to somebody else, Himpleton's friend, to be able to access this tool? Why does nobody in that server have access to that tool if everybody's so au fait and okay with it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because they knew other people
that
that ran the
server,
searches.
even during your fucking debate, thought that it was a
you see how every time I go to answer, you let me answer, right?
Legends tool.
Yeah. So
sorry, go on.
Nobody in my chat thought that. Queenman lied about that to Chud when we were in the middle of that conversation.
If you go on Google and type it in, the first result is the fucking League of Legends tool. You have to go to the second result.
Wait, how did Queenman even know what to Google though?
Because you were talking about it on stream.
No, nobody mentioned the name of that tool.
Yes, you did.
No, I think Chud Logic.
I'm pretty sure Dan did in that debate.
Chud Logic said, "Isn't that wasn't it a League of Legends looker-upper?" And that was the first time it was mentioned. It was because Queenman said it in DMs to him.
Oh, I could be wrong about that. Okay. Where that initially come from. So I'm guessing they've gone back, taken a look at the logs based on the stuff that was like unredacted, and then went, "Oh, okay, this is what they're talking about. What the fuck is this?" Yep. Google. It's literally the first fucking result.
Sure. So that's what Queenman. So that's what Queenman said. Yeah. But why didn't Queenman go and check the tool then? You're saying that he read the chat logs, and then why didn't Queenman just click the link that was in the chat logs?
I think Queenman's trying to help out Chud while he's like got no idea what he's talking about during debate.
Wait. He's trying to help Chud.
Like, help him out.
He's trying to help Chud by
like side tangent about Queenman lied or not.
It's not a side tangent at all. It all plays perfectly into exactly what I'm saying, which is this was normalized behavior by you guys. That's why you guys were trying to defend it.
Okay, how many times was the tool referenced?
Doesn't matter. The fact that you put it in there, nobody would bat an eye.
Pivoted away.
I haven't pivoted away at all. I'm talking exactly about the tool that was put in there that nobody had a negative response towards. It seemed like everybody was accepting of it being there, and then Queenman tried to make an excuse for it. What was your question?
Because I don't know if you want to answer it. Okay. If this was such a normalized tool and such a normalized behavior in this,
I still think it's so crazy that, like, dude, Aiden is like the last person. Aiden is like the last person who should be debating this, dude. It's so crazy. They, like, out of everyone, like, literally out of everyone, the best person they can find is Aiden. Like, is Aiden? Like, you don't, dude, that's crazy. I think that's insane. What are they thinking?
Discord. Why the fuck is it the only time that it's mentioned, and they had to go to Himpleton's friend, an internet researcher, by the way, to be able to even get access to this tool?
Because they're broke as fuck. I don't know. They didn't want to pay the money for it.
They're both fucking proven out in the fucking claims.
Because the other guy,
if this is the dedicated purpose of this server, doesn't somebody else fucking
hold on, please.
Why are you going to Himpleton's?
Because they didn't want to pay the money for it. That other guy was already a subscriber.
What, is Himpleton in the server? Is Himpleton's friend in the server?
The person that they were going towards to use this tool was already somebody that had paid for it, and they didn't want to pay for it again.
No.
Like sharing a Netflix.
If this is the primary, if this is the primary purpose of the server, why is it again the only time that it's being used? And then second.
Because there's I believe there's a subscription service in order to access it. Yeah.
Verily, why do they have to go to somebody else who isn't even in the server? If you've got a guy that I guess has got the big fucking bucks to be able to pay for it, invite him into the fucking doxing.
So let's take those one at a time. So the first question is, why was it the only time it was mentioned?
Wait, can I? So it was only mentioned one time, and they had to go to another person to be able to get access to it.
Okay, so
I don't invite that guy in.
Answer together or
wait, Cody. Now, how? Are you talking about later?
Separately is my question to you.
Whichever way Destiny would like, I suppose.
Go ahead, Destiny, please.
Okay, give me the questions one at a time again. What was the first one?
Oh, bro. Okay, so first point. It was the only time that it was ever mentioned. You're calling this, like, consistent conduct that's being engaged in?
So the consistent conduct... Wait, just one at a time.
Yeah, let's take it one at a time.
So the first thing, just because that was the first time that particular tool was mentioned, doesn't mean it's the only time I think a docs has been posted in there. There could have been a variety of reasons why that was the first time that tool was mentioned. It could be that it was generally a hard...
Was there a docs posted in there? I didn't realize that. In the logs?
Well, we can get to that. But the issue was that this was an account that I just don't think people had very much information on, so maybe this was an extraordinary measure they had to take to find information. You guys are claiming that they were fighting with this account because they were harassing Pinky Chew. Is there any proof of that even?
Wait, no, this is pivoted into a totally new claim. My question to you, your character...
Well, I mean, like, that's also part of the justification, right? But, like, I agree. It's kind of a new claim. It is kind of a new claim. But, like that's still relevant, right? Like...
Characterizing this as a doxing server. It was only referenced one time. They had to go to somebody in another space, another commentary creator, totally outside of any of the fucking coverage of Ethan Klein, Destiny, whoever the fuck else. This is a totally different space to be able to access that tool.
Wait a second. What was the other space? Wait, what was the other space that they went to?
It was into general commentary spaces. So Himpleton is a general commentary YouTuber, internet reacher as well.
Wait. So they went into a public server and said, "Hey, Hinkleton, can you run?"
That's not what they said.
Okay, so
that's not what they said.
So where did they post this
I'm
conversation?
saying they go into people in a different community. I think it's quite clear what I'm saying, but you can.
Well, no, because you just said this whole line of blah blah about another community that's nothing to do with H3, nothing to do with Ethan Klein, nothing to do with whatever else. Yep. But it sounds like you just went to another person.
Yes, somebody in a totally different community.
Hey, well, clearly they must be in some shared community because they know each other. So I don't know what that means. Totally different community.
They're both in internet commentary. Yes.
Okay, which would encompass every single person in the Snark server as well. No.
Not really with the way
not
that's
necessarily,
used,
no.
no. So this is like...
What do you mean, not
snark
necessarily, no?
content. Talking about Ethan, talking about you, talking about Noah Samson, Hassan...
Yeah, but a lot of the people in this Snark server are commentary YouTubers, right? I didn't say the whole commentary community, but I'm saying... Okay, right?
What I'm saying is...
A lot of them, specifically on Chalogic side, yes. Like, I don't think Nicholas Diorio's people are in there. I really don't think Nicholas Diorio's people are in there. I'm probably thinking of people like Now Recording and Hellbent's people and, you know, whatever. Like, I'll probably imagine, like, these people are in there, yeah.
That there's overlap between these communities, but that person was not in the Snark server, not in this side of the community.
That's fine.
Somebody else in another side of the community
okay.
able to ask for it.
That's fine.
The question is,
no,
why does
agree.
nobody in that server have access to that tool if it's so frequently used for doxing?
That's great. So
again,
I just want to
get to it, but when,
sure.
when
okay, I want to put a pin in that. Okay, so we went from in a totally different unrelated community to, well, they went to a guy on the other side of the community that they were in. That's a more accurate phrasing, I would agree.
If you want to talk about like a macro community, sure, the other side. Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. But my understanding is you have to pay to subscribe to.
Bro, I think Aiden doing the doxing himself is like way more damning than the server. Is it just me? Is that just my opinion? I feel like if I found like concrete evidence of like Aiden deliberately doxing while he's drunk or some shit like that, and him like literally debating Dickers about it, like, isn't that like way worse? That's like the worst, right? Like, it's as worse as it can be, right? Like, it literally cannot be worse than that, right? Like, no, maybe I'm tripping. I'm just surprised that they moved on so quickly from that point. What the fuck?
That tool. My guess is they didn't want to pay the dollar amount to subscribe.
And you have the guy here.
I don't think they had very much information on the person they were trying to dox because there was a random Twitter person they were in a fight with. So they went to some other dude that had a Twitter
username. That's all you need.
That what?
You've got a Twitter username. That's all you need.
Yeah, but I don't think these guys had been using a tool to dox somebody just based off of a Twitter username before. They probably have more information to go off of.
Well, that is the tool that you use. Also, I mean, these guys, I don't know if they've even used that tool before. Nikandros seems to be unfamiliar with it. Shamu seems to be unfamiliar with it.
Well, then how did he know to bring it up? Wait, how did he know to reference it then?
Who?
Because he's seen it being
the Leo Convoy? Yeah, that's
before.
right.
This stuff is like all over fucking Twitter, no?
Wait, so they're not
like,
familiar with the tool,
try and act as though they're super fucking naive about these tools. It's just fucking out there. Anytime that you're seeing a screenshot talking about somebody's old Twitter names, that is the website you're looking at. You are seeing that logo. You're seeing the fucking website name. People just don't know what the fuck they're looking at. But it's incredibly fucking cool.
Do you not focus on a single point? Yeah, that's fine. He can do that. But like at the same time, he was cooking when he was talking about the personal doxing thing.
Okay.
So like,
I'm just saying,
when you're talking about him being like Dr. Chudster or whatever the fuck he was before, that is what they're talking about, right?
Okay. So
that's the website they're using.
That's fine. He knew the name of the website. So how can you say he has no familiarity with it? None of them knew about it. How does he know the URL?
Well, because he knows what the tool is, but I'm talking, familiarity. I don't know why getting so autistic about this. He clearly hasn't used the website before.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me back up. I'll do a good faith thing. You're saying that like everybody knows about these tools. You know, maybe he Googled it to find it or whatever else, but like people in general know that these tools exist and everything like that, right?
Yeah, like I know what a lathe machine is. I don't fucking know how to use one.
Gotcha. If that's the case, then why did Queenman confuse it with a League name archiving site?
You can.
Oh, because he was trying to use a quick deflection, but chances are, like within 5 seconds, he would have already figured out what the fuck it was. Like, really, it was a League doxing. Fuck me, dude. Try
and go back to Queenman. What we're talking about here.
Let's give Dickers a chance to talk.
Yeah, no, we're gonna give Dickers a chance to talk.
Bro, you don't even want to give Dickers a chance to talk. You don't even like this guy. You have like Deedle D Dumb 1 and Deedle D Dumb 2.
Okay, can I just say I appreciate both of you for in Destiny 2 for. I was worried this might turn into a shit show, but this has been pretty good so far. I appreciate that. But I guess like if this is a common knowledge tool.
Oh, come on, Wick. You want a shit show.
I'm not a community guy, so I understand why I didn't know about it. But Queeman obviously is deep in the commentary.
Would you say you're a family guy?
Trenches, right? We would agree with that kind of framing of who Queeman is.
Well, there's like different sides of the community, right? Queeman is in like general.
Oh god, like this entire thing with like trying to diversify their community or like trying to paint them as like very diverse and whatever the fuck. That's for anybody who's like defending, but then they'll never paint any other community like that. Like anytime anyone wants to like defend the Snarkers, it's always like, oh, our snarking guy, our snarking is so diverse, our snarking is so unique, and like we have many different factions and stuff like that. But then meanwhile, when it comes to the other side, it's like one thing. It's like the DGG drones, the DGG community, they're all the same. They're all the same. Like we can play this game if you want, but it's just like it's so gay, dude. It's
commentary. He's not really on the internet researcher side, so no. I think Queeman honestly didn't know what it is. If you take a look, even at the server logs
Queeman didn't know what it was.
That time, you've got people talking even between themselves and saying, it's a League of Legends archive tool, it's a League of Legends archive tool. I'm not saying people are pretending to be naive, I'm saying people are legitimately naive. It's all over the place.
I mean, I did go to that site, and for me, it was obviously something much more than that, but I can understand how people might have different...
You can use it for bad purposes, you can use it for totally fine purposes.
Hold on, hold the phone. Wait, Wick, did you use this site for anything?
I asked Substance after the thing if I could use it just because they were all claiming, well, it's not really something you get a lot of information on.
You asked Substance?
It would allow me to run his username through the engine and only send the information to.
Sorry,
right? I wouldn't publish or anything like that. He gave me explicit permission to do so, and so I did because I was curious what you could get. Right? I was able to find his full name, his location, 9 past usernames. I deleted all the information. I didn't send it to Destiny. I was just.
By the way, just real quick, with a single query, right? You just typed in one thing and it all popped up. Okay.
Yes. So it was like clearly. It felt gross, and so I deleted from my history, and I haven't been back since. But yeah, it's absolutely a powerful tool. Yeah. Well, I don't want to know this guy who I'm beefing with personal information. I just don't like that. It's just not something I do.
Wick even went back and deleted his browsing history.
I did. I seriously did. I didn't like that. I don't want even the. You know what I mean? I don't want even the shit there, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, nobody wants to retain docs information. That's understandable. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So let's wait. I need an answer to this. How did Queenman fuck this up so bad? If it's so easy and everybody knew what this was.
He made no shut up. He made one mistake. He made one mistake.
Yeah, defend your daddy. Defend your daddy, Aiden. Can you believe Queenman is like 26? They look like they could be brothers. Like,
immediately made a concession on, and you harped on as a way to pivot from the
broader
argument.
Excuse me? He did not make a concession on it. I corrected him on it.
For 2 years. For 2 years.
Okay. Once you're done filibustering, I'm going to say the same thing.
It's not a filibuster. That was like 5 words.
He didn't correct himself on it. I corrected him. And then he conceded after I caught him in a lie. That's not him correcting.
I said he conceded immediately. I said he conceded immediately. That was my wording, actually.
Was it the wording?
Pretty sure that's what I said.
Okay. Hold on.
Didn't Queenman disavow this nerd? I don't know. Did he? Is he still on good terms with Queenman? I don't know, man. Someone named NJ? Okay.
Sorry, I might be having connection issues. Give me like 2 seconds quick. I'll be right back. I am going to roll the tape on this one.
For 2 years.
Okay.
Deleted his browsing history.
I did. I seriously.
Yeah. So.
I mean, nobody wants to retain docs information. That's understandable. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So let's wait. I need an answer to this. How did Queenman fuck this up so bad? If it's so easy and everybody knew what this was.
He made no shut up. He made one mistake. He made one mistake that he immediately made a concession on, and you harped on.
He made a concession. Okay.
What's your name?
Okay, I'm here. Okay, you said he made one mistake that he immediately made a concession on. It was the immediately.
That's what I said. Yeah.
He didn't immediately make it. It wasn't until I corrected him. Because I let Chud float that.
When he was proven wrong, he made a concession. That would be what a concession. When are there like other opportunities you're making concessions other than when somebody's like making a point that you're going to own, like, and admit you're wrong on?
Well, hold on. That's fine. I'll grant you this. But he lied, and then when I caught him out on it, he said, "Okay, I lied."
He never said that he lied. No, he said he made a mistake. That's why I conceded.
Okay,
right?
and that's fine. And then just walk me through. That's fine. So just walk me through a puzzle thing. How do you make that mistake if these tools are so well known?
I don't think the tool is like that common knowledge.
Wait, so do you totally disagree with what Dickers just said, or?
I mean,
you can feel free to disagree.
Is he trying to instigate them?
You just got to disagree with Aiden. I'm saying people are naive about it. They don't know the websites that they're looking at when they're seeing this shit, but it is widely searched. And if you even have like slightly inquisitive mind, like yes, it's like okay, right, that's the fucking LOL archive thing again.
I mean, I feel like maybe it's common amongst like people who are like involved with like OSINT shit. I just like unironically before the situation was like never heard anyone bring up this tool before. So I mean, my assumption would be that it wasn't necessarily common knowledge. But I mean, that's not like a hard position.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's common knowledge. I'm saying that it's commonly shared and people are naive about
I'm just gonna deafen myself
about what they're seeing, right?
Okay. So then, if you click this tool and you see all the things on the side, how could Queenman have made a
the
genuine
first link
mistake?
or the second link?
What first or second link?
When you type in LOL archive into Google, there's a first link, which is the League of Legends name checker, and then there's a second link, which gives you access to all of those extra tools.
Oh, and you're saying the first link is just the League name checker?
I think that was Guy Buddy.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. How did Queenman know what to...
There's a different URL.
Wait, how did Queenman know what to Google?
Because he went back, checked the logs, and we went over this earlier.
Can I just do it? Wait,
I'm answering. Wait, hold on. I'm answering. Going back, check the logs about the stuff that Dan actually left in of the logs that he sent over to us.
So if he went back and he checked the logs, he has the link right there. Why would he have to do a Google search for a thing that he's looking at?
He doesn't have the link. They didn't link it.
No, they had no, hold on. It was the name of the website. So I didn't Google it when I went to it. I just typed it in, right? The name of the website.com. And yes, and it comes up. And oh, look at all these tools that you have. And oh, look at all the things you can check, right? Like,
okay, I think usually with Google searching stuff, you just paste into fucking Google search bar, you don't type in the .com, and then you fucking search it. This is such an autistic voice.
Well, I don't know, that's what I did.
Listen, I understand you're fucking right with Queenman, but this just isn't the fucking territory you need to be fighting on, okay? This is fucking retarded.
You can say that it's retarded, but the reality, everybody knows you're lying, right? You guys linked an OSINT tool to dock somebody on some people that they were just beating with on Twitter, and then Queenman tried to deny it.
Hold on. Wick, do you have any chat that like people aren't going to see if you don't want to link the tool? Can you type lolarchiver.com into a Discord chat like right now? It could be with a person or like
Discord chat?
Just like or in a just somewhere on Discord. You just type that.
You, I guess.
What point are you trying to make it in?
Well, I'm about to fucking get to it.
Okay, I did it.
Okay.
Okay, Wick, hold on, look.
Yeah, I know it doesn't come up with a URL.
Oh my god, these guys.
Bar, right?
Well, you could, but look what happens when you copy and paste the total URL. Can you tell everyone what that says? On the hyperlink, can you tell everyone what that says?
Yeah, it takes you exactly. It says https://lolarchiver.com, and it takes you to the site that I was.
No, Wick. Yeah, the hyperlink. Look in the hyperlink.
Yes, it says League of Legends username, history, and changelogs. But then you click on it.
So where do you think Queenman got it from? He went and looked in the logs. He saw the link, right? And if you
it says retrieve any League of Legends player username, history, and check out the last entries in changelog, among other tools. Smiley face.
Okay, so is it not plausible that in the moment of trying to, because
your argument is that he is that retarded that he didn't actually click on it to confirm, then fair enough. You can make.
If you click on it, what's it say at the top of the screen, Wick?
Says this tool allows you to find League of Legends username history. Scanning takes about 2
Thank you very much.
cycle, but then they have again. If you look,
wait a second, hold on, wait. Are you looking at lolarchiver.com?
Yes.
What does it say on the left? Are we just ignoring that?
Twitch tools, kick tools, LOL archiver, username history, username availability, database search engine.
Yeah, and reverse email search and reverse phone number search.
We're
Okay.
not talking about we're not talking about what happens when you click on the website itself. We're saying in the description when it's linked in the hyperlink, it literally says retrieve any League of Legends player usernames, history, etc. So Queeman could have seen Chud debating you. He could have been sending something to Chud, quickly linked it, or went back into the logs because this was actively being referenced by this point. Found the link, linked it to Chud for some reason, and literally in the hyperlink it states retrieve any League of Legends players usernames, history. Okay, sorry, it wasn't linked in the logs or linked in the logs. Sorry, it was named at that point though. So lorearchiver.com, when you link that to somebody, it literally the description in the hyperlink says retrieve any League of Legends players username. That's literally where it's.
You just wake up.
This is such a retarded point. I'm gonna put this in the bin with spicy chat. Okay, if we talk about it anymore, I might actually do some TOS things on screen right now.
That it's just so.
It's like obvious cover, right? So we know that Queeman was trying to lie because
anyway that you try and fucking slice it, Queeman has clearly gone to the fucking website and is fucking retardedly thought, oh fuck, let me help Chad in a fucking debate right now, and then sends it off to.
Oh no. You're really saying that, dude? Queeman does his own digging all the time.
It's a League of Legends lookup tool.
I'm
not realizing that it links to other tools on that site.
But imagine, wouldn't it?
But
we could say that. But like, man, how bad would it be to jump to conclusions on that immediately while talking to Chud, who's trying to defend these people? Wouldn't that be like the worst possible mistake you could make? And was Queeman not in the Snark servers? And were you guys not talking about this potentially while this debate was going on? Not a single other person checked that link.
Yes.
And nobody else checked?
People were saying that it was a League of Legends checkup tool.
How would that make sense?
Wait, I just want to be very clear. I just want to be very clear.
Wait, sorry.
Were they saying that it was a League archiver, or were they saying to tell Queeman to tell Chud that it was a League archiver?
I can quote directly. I'm gonna go have a look. But I think there was one guy who was saying, it's a League checkup tool, it's a League checkup tool. Ah, these guys are raped, Dan's a retard. And then I said,
that does sound like Queeman. What?
Shut the fuck up and don't talk about it if you don't know what you're talking about.
That does sound like Queeman.
Do you think Queeman should have listened to your message instead?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to Chud in time. Okay,
you would have been better for Chud than Queeman was.
That does actually sound like Queeman. That's crazy.
How many days ago? Wait, just checking. Was this debate?
And so I think people don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
How many days ago was this debate?
If you know what it is, you know what it is.
Was this on the?
Less than a week ago.
Was this on the?
Like,
I'm just curious. Was it on the 14th?
Who the fuck is entering the weight room so much?
I think it was. Right?
We could have a look at the day.
I believe the 14th. Because
okay, just
I remember.
So then I just want to hear one more time. Everybody was just saying that it was a League of Legends archive tool, right? Nobody, I don't know because I don't have any logs. I can't speak to anything. But nobody else in there was saying that like this is an OSINT tool or linking to the OSINT part of that. Just checking. I don't actually know. I don't have any logs, so it's all on you to say what happened here. I'm just curious about that.
We don't have logs either.
I don't believe so. No.
Hold on. Wait. You said you're in the server right now. You said you're in the server right now. Can you just check?
Try and have a look at the fucking
logs. Sorry, he is. I got that.
I was seeing at the time when I was engaging in it. Everyone was saying, Dan's so raped, Destiny's so raped, these guys are so retarded. It's a League of Legends checkup tool. They're fucked.
So if you were to just check on that day for the term OSINT, there weren't a ton of people saying that. Nobody said that it was just League archiver.
Well, you will surely know that it did because Dan then brings up that it's an OSINT tool. So on that day, people will, right?
Before,
when it turns into
why are you playing dumb? Before Queeman tried to run cover with the LOL archiver thing. You're saying that the only time OSINT came up was after me and Dan had demonstrated that Queeman was lying to Chud and DMs about what that tool was.
Yes, so if it was a lie,
Darius IRL was in the weight room with me.
Other than him just like quickly reading the description, obviously I don't have his end of the DM, so I don't know specifically how he saw it, but we know where he got it from because he read almost verbatim at the beginning, right? Why would he tell such an easily disprovable lie? Like I feel like it's just like handing you a fucking like easy win for no reason. Like you could refute that in 2 seconds. Isn't it far more likely this was a mistake?
Maybe he thought we didn't know the actual tool. Maybe he thought that we didn't have the actual raw files. Maybe
Dan, despite the fact that Dan said that he does this for a job.
Wait, Wick just pulled up. Hold on, Wick was able to just go to the website and read out like what it said on the website. So this is like a website anyone from the public can access.
No, but that link wasn't in the picture.
Dan had redacted it, and when they were reviewing it, Dan had redacted it.
I don't know why anybody would have thought this would have got past Dan. He says in the debate, I do this for a job. You think I don't know what I'm talking about here? Dan is the guy who's got a reputation for doxing people.
Yeah, not to knock Dan, but you don't think Dan talks a lot of shit? And also, if everything you're saying is true, if Dan is so reputable and Dan has such a high degree of knowledge about this, then why would Queeman not check the site that he's looking at 2 seconds before trying to feed Chud Logic information in the debate?
At the top of the site, it says that it's a League of Legends username checkup tool. I'm happy to say that.
Wait, but on the left, he didn't see the part that said he didn't see right on the side on the left where it says database search engine, email reverse lookup, phone reverse lookup.
I believe
that
Queeman would be stupid enough not to check this shit.
He got it wrong, and okay, the only reason people like to for example, if I'm debating a broader point, right, the smaller mistakes people make, if I was trying to engage honestly, you could probably grant that to them. People who want to engage dishonestly and like hyper focus, get an easy win, will focus on like little details as opposed to the overall substance of the convo. When he offered an immediate concession, when you brought this up, right, which is what I said, and then you accused me of not saying, and then you replayed it just to figure out I said exactly what I said I fucking said. He immediately conceded on that, and there's like this is an easily disprovable, like if he was purposely lying, it is easily disprovable. You could just pull up the front page of the website as Wick just did.
Do I have a place in this fucking server where I can like post stuff? Because Queeman just leaked to me his DMs with Dan at the time.
What?
I don't really care about the DMs with Dan. I'm just saying.
Wait, why does that matter?
We've gone back and forth. Listen, we've gone back. We've gone back and forth.
Move away from it. We're talking about
because I don't know why.
Oh, quickly, look at this distraction. Okay, here, jingling my keys.
We can go through.
Hey, all of you, one at a time. Aiden, then Destiny, then not Dicker. Sorry.
Well, if we're trying to figure.
This is the anti-fans. This is the anti-fans every single time. Like they can't win on topic. Pay attention. Pay attention. Do you see what's going on? Pay attention. Pay attention. Oh my lord, dude.
I'm trying to figure out the truth about like Queeman's like lies and like the nature of this like server that like was like coordinating and shit. Like, shouldn't we want like all the logs? Why don't we like see his DMs down?
We can look at them after if you want. We can look at them. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying that for this particular thing. Wait, hold on. So for this particular thing, Queeman was trying to, you could say, pump Chud with a narrative to fight on this front against me and Dan, not knowing if me and Dan.
Oh, Stardust is also in here.
And had any of the unredacted logs because he didn't truly know that. Chud was wrong. We called him out on it, and then.
Oh, hey, the whole fucking orbit.
Queeman walked it back after being obviously proven wrong by something that he should have 1 second of fact checking would have shown. And then my second quick question is, why did Nicandros lie that he posted this link as just a joke later on? If this is all fine and dandy and it's just research stuff.
So before we go for that pivot, I'll just address the Queeman stuff first then, if that's nice. Okay. So you said about the narrative that Queeman was trying to pump with Chud. Let's have a look at the narrative that Queeman was trying to pump with Dan. So he posts lying fucking
pause.
Hello. Vermin. I say this is quoting Queeman. Hang yourself again, please.
Wait a second. Post a screenshot of these. Post a screenshot. Post a screenshot. Post a screenshot. Post a screenshot. Post a screenshot.
It wasn't this.
Post a screenshot. Post a screenshot. Post.
Bro, all the people coming in here can't be DGGers, man. Like, there has to be some like anti-fans in the back room. Like, dude, there's only like, because I see Stardust, NJ, Kingfish, Darius IRL in the backstage, but like, there's no DGGers. Like, sorry, there's no anti-fans. Like, yeah. Otherwise, it would just be like dogpiling and shit. And we just can't get down to the point. I understand. If they're trying to get to a specific point, then I get it.
Yeah, we think he's got sling tickers, so we want to look at screenshots now.
We want to look at the screenshots, and I can stream it.
Oh, sure thing. I'll send it to Wick.
Yeah, we could just stream it, yeah.
Well, I was asking for a place to be able to post it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, as you've read the beginning, they figured out there's going to be an angle to spin this with, so now we're okay with like looking at the DMs.
What? I've never said we don't want to look at the DMs.
Why are we okay with looking at
this? Do we need it bigger? Oh, this might not be big enough.
It's big enough. You have to left click it once to...
That's what your mom said. What? Have they been dragged in? Oh, never mind. I thought they'd been dragged. I was like,
blow it up and then you can
like open. I DM'd it to Destiny. Look in your DMs.
Oh, I can blow it up like that. You guys can read that, correct? So lying rat vermin, hang yourself again, please. I'm begging. Here's the link.
It's a very nasty thing to say to somebody.
Very mean. Queeman being mean? That's crazy. You said DocTool 2 wasn't this. It is. Oh, sorry. It has Twitch 2. It has Twitch LOL and Twitter no. It's clearly made for LOL. You are edited.
Well, I asked him to send me the full screenshot. So I'm curious what's in there.
Right there under League of Legends username.
Hello, Echo.
It says almost verbatim what he reiterated.
Aiden, why are we going on to the?
Because I'm just re-emphasizing. Because I'm okay. I'm sorry, guys. Nick needs to talk. No. Sorry, my bad.
No, I want Destiny to talk. I want Destiny's response to these DMs.
What about it? It looks like Queeman is trying to sell.
Gotta get in for max flexing. Well, I just think it's crazy. Like, okay, maybe my point specifically isn't really about like the server in particular. Like dude, they can obfuscate so much when it comes to the server. I don't even think it's particularly like the strongest point. I think it's something where you can point out and you can go like, well, that's a little bit curious, right? But like at the end of the day, I just think it's crazy that like, again, right? Like they decide to bring in Aiden as their champion. Aiden? Like the same Aiden? The doxer Aiden? What?
Light it down. What about it?
That's like getting Hitler to come in to like defend Jews. Like, you get me?
Wait, it seems like he's earnestly believing it now.
He's trying to get Dan to believe it.
Cool. You're saying that Queeman knows what it is and thinks that Dan doesn't know what it is, despite the fact that he's got a reputation as a doxer, and he said that he does this stuff for a job. And presumably before releasing these fucking DMs, do you think he's Googled it and looked into it a little bit more? And
Are we done looking at it?
Okay, wait. Let me.
Excuse me, I'm Adolf Hitler, FBI. I'm here because there's been reports of anti-Semitic hate crimes in this area.
Present the best faith version of your side, and then we can both agree to it if you want. I'm happy to.
What the fuck are we doing?
You're saying that in the middle of a potentially career-ending debate for multiple people, according to the accusations that Dan and then me basically made, that Queeman decides to run cover for these people by checking the chat logs to see what tool was linked. He sees that lol archiver thing. He Googles the lol archiver. He clicks the link, doesn't look at anything on the side, figures that, okay, I'm just going to show this to Dan because I think it's just for League of Legends stuff. Messages Dan, sends him the link while also telling Chud Logic that, like, look, it's just a lol thing. Like, these guys don't know, like, fucking whatever, right? And never bothers to check on anything. Doesn't bother to think, why would you be using a League of Legends name looker upper when we're talking about a guy on Twitter? And doesn't look at, like, the fact that there's a smiley face at the end of this, even in the picture you've shown me. He just fucked all of that up, and it just so happened to be fucked up perfectly to defend his boys.
Well, it wasn't perfect.
It was totally fucking retarded on the side terms.
It was immediately disproven.
Are we done looking at this? Can I
clearly not a perfect lie if it's easily verifiably false.
Well, why does he... So on the second part of the screenshot, why does he say, oh, sorry, it has Twitch too? It has Twitch, LOL, and Twitter. No, it's clearly made for lol. Did he not see the email and phone and database lookup? Is he literally just selectively
Well, presumably he's seen this other stuff there as well and realizing in real time that he's, like, self-raped.
Okay. Listen, if that's your version of the story, that Queeman literally self-raped...
The only plausible way to read those DMs, in fact, is a self-raping in real time.
Okay. Why did Nicandros later say that it was just a joke?
I was correcting him at the time, but Dan redacted all of his fucking logs, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did Nicandros say when he posted that OSINT that it was just a joke?
Okay, we can move over from Queeman to Nicandros.
Well, I just want to ask...
I tried to ask... Okay.
I wanted to ask.
Go ahead.
So you explained like it's a very like complicated like process for this to like actually be like a mistake under our narrative, right? By him saying that he clicked on it. Are you like constipated, Dick? Are you okay? Right? By him saying that he clicked on it. By him saying that he clicked on it. My question.
They just snark on each other.
Is,
if anything.
or I guess I would ask. You totally fucked me up, Tim. I doing that like.
It's hard to keep track of
Go
shit, right?
What did I even
Just
say?
a wild
I
story,
don't know.
guys.
Get out what you need to get out, buddy.
That was so dramatic. Oh my god.
Get out what you need to get out, buddy. Okay, go ahead.
No, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, Aiden, it's your time to shine. Go ahead.
I fucking lost track of. I was distracted.
Well, fair enough.
I think there's nothing.
Dude, I love these two. I actually think that these two are like the most endearing anti-fans. Okay, fuck it, I'll say it. These two are actually the most endearing anti-fans. Okay, out of all the anti-fans, at least this duo is entertaining. Okay, on their own streams, they are the most boring, dry motherfuckers imaginable. But I think that, when they're with each other, I think they really bounce off of each other really well. If they have smart content sense. If they have smart content sense, they should make a podcast or make like a show or something. Like if they have smart content sense.
Nothing that's going to be able to be like pushed on this fucking debate topic. Destiny fucking hates Queeman and thinks that he's like a lying rat, and so maybe honestly he thinks that Queeman lied during this, but it's like going to be massively weighted by his bias about Queeman being like a bad fucking person. So that's going to be it. Or Destiny's just fucking lying to be able to like smear Queeman, and he thinks he's got him in like a little bit of a bind.
Did Queeman come into that conversation afterwards and like scream racial slurs?
Oh my god, just bring in Queeman already. What? Why is Queeman in the background sending around and leaking DMs when he could just be in the forefront, like debating this again? Like, why the fuck is he trying to provide lines when he's such a coward, man? Actually, such a coward. Where the fuck is he?
I mean, or whatever.
Problem.
Well, so then when you say that I think that Queeman like fucking hates me and is biased against me, doesn't it seem like that's probably true? That's probably a good read on my part, right?
I'm saying that.
Not only does he fucking hate you, he wants to hate fuck you. Pause. Okay,
you have a bias against Queeman. And so you're assuming that he's fucking lying, or you're twisting it because he got something fucking wrong.
Well, sure, I could argue you have a bias with Queeman because you guys, I'm saying he's lying for a purpose to protect his friend. You're saying he's legitimately fucking mentally retarded.
No.
I think that he's like pretty fucking ignorant about this stuff. Yeah.
I don't think you need to be able to make.
I don't think he's retarded. I think he's like a smart enough guy, but yeah, made a mistake here.
He's like simultaneously like dumb and smart at the same time, like how he's simultaneously evil and good. Okay.
As it happens.
Based. He's the omni snarker.
Yeah, you've gotten like
okay?
little facts wrong like all the time. You said the server was up for 2 years. You said it's like very possible to make little mistakes. And to
Aiden, that was 5D chess actually. He
no, can I actually? Can I ask Destiny that?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Why have you said?
Yeah, of course. He's very purposeful.
That
yes.
You have 2 years of logs from this server because I've been asked that question too, and I don't know the answer. Why have you said that there are 2 years of logs from this server?
Well, because I think that it's nice.
Sorry,
to
not towards
keep your
you.
opponents
Okay,
guessing.
I'm just saying.
I might
fudge.
Okay.
So when you get it wrong, it's not a lie. It was on purpose, and it's 5D chess.
He was saying
Who buys this?
Let me know when I can explain. Okay. Am I good?
Go ahead. No, hold on. I am very curious.
I might fudge a detail or two for reasons, LOL, but it'll never be anything on the substance, right? So whether this server was up for 2 years, or whether it was up for about 6 months, or whether I'm talking about other servers that could be implicated in this, or whether I'm getting that fact wrong, what is a single thing that has changed about my underlying analysis by being slightly incorrect, or even substantially incorrect about the date of the server starting?
The difference is not about your analysis. The difference is about the message that you're presenting to an audience, right? If you say that it's like done in the last 8 months, what the fuck has happened to you in the last 8 months? What's happened in the last 2 years, Destiny? What does that encompass if you say that it's happened in the last 2 years? Is it really to throw people off? Why would you say that you've only got 4 months of logs and then you're going to bring up a fucking track card 6 months ago? No? I'm saying if you're going to try and keep people on edge, wouldn't you go the other way? Your explanation makes absolutely no sense. It was clearly to be able to like sell a fucking narrative to your audience.
What narrative am I selling with the 2 years? What? Also, by the way, I'm asking. I already know what the answer is.
Doxing, harassment. So the hate is inorganic.
Okay.
In AstroTurf. This is the reason people hate you. They're tracking down everybody around you. All of the harassment you've been complaining about, including your initial doxing narrative, why doxing was justified, that all comes from this server, if that's true. But
wait a second. Hold on. Wait. Actually, I don't actually know this. Or maybe I'm lying again. Is Sabasexual and him bragging about harassing the person in my court case, was that in the Snark server? I thought that was in JStlk server.
Dude, you don't even fucking know. I thought you were posting on that as like an intentional conflation on Twitter. You don't actually know.
Can you make him answer that question?
The implication of me saying you don't know is, yes, that was in a different server.
It was in JStlk server. So why would I claim that all of the harassment about me has come from the Snarkers server when I know the majority of it probably was from JStlk server?
Crazy splinter server splits off where all of the doxing and harassment is happening. You can't find examples of doxing and harassment in JStlk server, so far as I'm aware. But you've suddenly got this shadowy fucking Snark server.
I can just point out my docs was posted on Kiwi Farms like a trillion times. My docs is in every other fucking court filing. Why would I need to invent a 2-year creation date on the Snark server in order to claim this is why I'm getting doxed? It doesn't make any sense.
Otherwise, got nothing to be able to attach it to, and just like
I would just attach it to. Excuse me, I just said
dumb. They're playing footsie
filibustering
behind the scenes.
It's okay.
Don't ask me for evidence though, because I've got none and I'm raped.
Gotcha. It is a filibuster when you're just saying random shit, right? I would just blame my docs on JStlk and Kiwi Farms. That's what I was already doing.
Yeah, I know, but now you've got something to be able to attach it to. If you say it went back like 2 years, it's like an obviously intentional lie.
What do you mean? I already had something to attach it to.
To yourself, rather than like Queeman earlier. You're getting a detail intentionally wrong, and now you're saying, oh, I just wanted to throw people off.
The detail that I got wrong was not really important to any of the claims I'm making about what anybody's posted in the Snark server. When you talk about
the worst complaints that you have about Queeman, the worst complaints you have about JStlk, and then the worst things that have happened to your career have all happened within the last 2 years, not within the last 8 months.
But the vast majority of these things have happened in JStlk server. And I've said that. We've talked about
really?
that. Yes.
Pixie being encouraged to start a lawsuit, did that happen in Discord server?
No, but I think Justical played a decent part in funneling
about
information
all the
to
people
it.
around you being fucking doxxed, which is bad, by the way. Did that happen in Discord server?
Well, that was on Kiwi Farms. It's posted on Kiwi Farms.
Yes, exactly. There you are. So you're talking about all of the bad things going on that justifies your reverse doxing. That happens on Kiwi Farms.
Hold on, whoa. You just pivoted to a totally different thing. When I was quote unquote, when I'm doxing people,
hold on, over the last 2 years.
For when I'm doxing people, how many of the justifications that I've given for these doxes have had anything to do with the Snark servers?
Well, you've only just found out about it, so none.
So you're saying that I lied when I justified them in the past? And now I want to tell my audience, actually, guys, no. It's not clear. It's an incredibly convoluted storyline.
I'm talking about the harassment.
Sorry, where were we? Sorry, I was DMing someone.
That you've claimed is coming from jstlk.
Yep.
I'm talking about the harassment that you've claimed is coming from Queeman because they're playing footsie with Kiwi farmers, and now you've got this crazy fucking Snark server. Oh fuck! Does it go back 2 years? No, only goes back 8 months. Oh fuck it! I'll tell people it's 2 years.
It doesn't really matter though, because most of the harassment that I've gotten and most of the harassment that I've pointed out to and most of the harassment I posted logs of has all come from Jistical's community. I've never needed another Snark server to point this out at. I just thought it was really funny to see it was connected to even more people that I didn't know about in the past.
You've never attempted to point to everything. You've said when people are denying it, they're just playing dumb. And now
you
claim all this doxing happens.
Just real quick. Dan wants to join. Is that okay?
Wait, give me like 3 minutes and then we can, right? So,
well, I'm asking them specifically.
Oh, sorry.
They're not comfortable with Dan.
I'm fine talking to Dan. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so Dan, in about 3 minutes, we'll drag you in.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy?
So I don't need the Snark server. Like if I could push a button to delete one or the other, I would go for Jistical server every fucking time. I don't think anybody in my fan base. Just curious, you guys are saying that this is a narrative that I'm selling my audience. Is there a single post, not even like a whole post, a single comment reply in my subreddit where somebody's like, "Oh my god, this explains all the harassment from Destiny. It's been these guys for 2 years or whatever." Everybody that I talk about.
How can you prove this? Have you read all of my Reddit posts?
Well, I'm just curious where the story's coming from. Because everybody in my
for this fucking claim.
Literally any evidence at all.
I'm not even. We don't
exactly. Yeah. Not, like everybody knows my.
I just gave
beef.
the fucking evidence. I gave your statements you've given before, the narratives you've given before. You can't substantiate the stuff with Jistical's server because it's all open. Anyone can go and check it.
I've substantiated every complaint I've made.
Hold on. Server existed 2 years ago.
The biggest complaint. Wait. The biggest complaint I've had about Jistical's server. The biggest complaint I've had about Jistical's server was they're reaching out to and harassing Rose. Right. That's my biggest complaint. I've never said anything about the Snark server.
I gotta confess, I'm not sure what's being talked about anymore because you guys are talking about.
I'm sorry. Wait. Let me do this in 2 seconds. Their new claim is because I got the time wrong on this on the fucking.
Someone got a seismic wand drop in RuneScape.
Server, the thing, Ethan, Destiny, whatever. Because I got the date wrong on when this was created, I wasn't doing that by mistake or through FightEHS. What I was actually doing was I was trying to put it back 2 years so that I can retroactively say, guys, look, the lawsuit and everything bad that's happening, every single bad thing that's happening is all because of the server, guys. And that's why I said it started 2 years ago. Despite the fact that we all know that I could never prove that because it didn't start 2 years ago. So I wouldn't have a single log to substantiate that.
Queeman got the details wrong with the law archiver, so you could just like immediately pull it up. And,
but the detail on the law archiver thing was a substantively bad mistake to make. That was the substance we were talking about. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the Snark server existed for 6 months or 10 years. That's not relevant to any of the things we're talking about.
Okay, here's the question about Destiny.
Okay, I want to let Aiden. I want to let Aiden because Aiden's been trying to get.
I mean, this was my line of argumentation. Okay.
No, please. He needs a chance to talk, man. Please.
Well, Aiden just hasn't had a lot of time.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm sorry. What I was sorry. Where we were was I was saying that you don't need to like it doesn't in regards to him getting it.
Bro, I swear to God, these guys like spend more than half of the time fighting amongst each other than fighting Steven. Dude, they need to lock in, dude. Like Aiden and Dickers need to lock in. They need to lock in, dude.
Like substantively wrong. He didn't need to.
Bruh.
If he immediately why would he lie about something that can be easily disproven immediately?
Because he didn't know that Dan had the tool himself, that he could look it up. He probably was trying to be more general and vague about it. And was something that Chud wouldn't bring it up on screen.
But the site is public facing. It's a public facing
site.
Yeah,
maybe he was hoping Dan was just getting a redacted version of the page and didn't actually know to look it up.
Well, he's sending him a link that Dan could click and see the actual version of the site on, no?
Yeah, but at that point, it's impossible to explain with pure retardation or anything, right? Because it literally says...
It's impossible to... No, because it doesn't make sense. The explanation that it was a mistake is more fitting than that it was a lie. This is coupled with the fact that it is so easily verifiably false. He'd probably, if he was to lie, he'd probably lie about something...
Wouldn't that work in reverse for your accusation against...
I'm not accusing him of lying.
Please, I haven't got a lot of chance. But doesn't that work in reverse that you can easily verify that that Snark server didn't exist for 2 years, so why would he lie about it if it's easily disproven?
He doesn't... No, I agree. Wick. We're in agreement. I'm not even arguing that he lied. I'm saying he provides so much additional charity to himself in comparison to when he's talking about somebody he doesn't like. Malice is inserted, but with him, it's actually just like a 5D chess mode.
Well, because I've already explained this like one more time. The mistake that I made doesn't matter. It doesn't affect any of my underlying claims. That server could be alive for 1 month or 10 years and it doesn't change anything. You guys have invented this narrative. You guys have invented this narrative that I'm trying to use this 2-year window, and I saw just go workshop this real time. Trying to use this 2-year window to say every bad thing that happened because of the server, despite the fact that most of my logs that I posted and everything have been from Jistical's server, not this other server. I don't need this to be alive for at all, actually. It doesn't really affect anything.
Well, you don't have the logs either.
From Jistical's server? I absolutely do. I've showed them before about them harassing Rose over and over again.
Jistical's server is like totally
sure, I don't care. Yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't matter if it's 2 years or 6 months. But Jistical lying, or I'm sorry, Queeman lying about that tool, that was substantive to the debate. Whether or not it was an actual archiver of just League of Legends name, or whether it was a doxing tool is a big deal. And you're trying to say maybe he was wrong. How is it that he's seeing on the side it's a Twitch tool, it's a Twitter tool, like, oh, it's like just for these things. Even after he saw what it was, he was still trying to sell it to Dan. Are you saying he was really just that retarded? His eyes skipped the words?
I mean, it's interesting that you're looping it constantly back to the fucking Queeman line stuff. But again, okay, so
because Queeman was inserting himself into the debate to defend these guys. Yeah, it's relevant.
Can I speak? What?
Are we ready for Dan, by the way? Are we ready for Dan?
You can dump down in a bit, yeah. I mean, just...
I mean, like, Queeman is literally one of the head honchos, right? Like, of the entire operation. Motherfucker is at the top. So it's like, yeah, like, that is relevant. Going after your CEO? Yeah, of course.
Go for it now.
The CEO of, like, internet autism.
The question I'm asking you is, why would you say that it was 2 years old instead of 6 months? What mistakes were you hoping for people to make based on how much you knew?
I'll give you the honest answer, but you're not going to believe me. The honest
Summarize what's happening on the screen. Steve winning or losing. He's getting obliterated. Okay. Steven, this might be Steven's biggest loss. Okay. He's getting destroyed. Okay.
I just don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the first fucking day. You're assuming that I was in here on day 1, and you're assuming that I have access to the entire server's
logs. How long have you been getting logs from?
Most of
In fact, I don't think we're ever coming back from this.
The shit that you can go back through my VODs. I know I don't know how much you watch versus how much you just see from the Substance guy or whatever, but like most of the stuff that I talk about, or almost everything is from JStlk server. The people that send me logs from
that's
JStlk
not
server.
exactly true. You're talking about people playing footsie with Kiwi farms in private, and people are playing dumb if they try and deny it.
Yes, from JStlk server. That's from JStlk server.
That's talking about JStlk server.
My
that's
whole
talking about
the very first
guys.
doxing I did was in response to Kelly Jean cross-posting shit about my ex-girlfriend from Lolcow into JStlk.
We couldn't wait for you. You know how much I love seeing Aiden and Dickers getting destroyed. Yeah, like I've been in the weight room this entire time. I'm guessing that they probably have a plan in mind, which is why exactly like, and they're in the know. I'm not in the know, okay? I'm not in the know, okay? Just to be very clear, I'm not in the know, okay? But I'm guessing like Dan and Steve probably have like a specific rhetorical plan that they're discussing among them. That's my guess, okay? But
Yes, my whole issue with Jacob and Zoe was the fact that Blav doxed them from Kiwi Farms, and then they came back 2 months later and they started reposting a bunch of rumors from the Kiwi Farms server. Yeah, of course. Yes.
And so your justification for doxing Queeman was what? I thought that he was playing with Kiwi Farms in private, playing footsie with Kiwi Farms in private.
Nice pivot, by the way. So do you admit then that this 2-year talking point has nothing to do with anything, right?
The 2-year you're trying to claim right now.
Now we pivot. Right now. Completely.
Or it's also because I think it's also because like they don't want them to look like they're being dogpiled, because if it's 3v2, right? Because if it's a 3v2 or something, then it's gonna look pretty bad, right? Like then they can always go to the excuse of, well, don't you see you're like trying to dogpile them with DGers, blah, 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 right? Yeah. Then they have a new talking point.
This is exactly addressing your claim, by the way. You can try and talk over it.
Okay.
The only harassment that you've complained about is coming from Jason.
Which is why like I've been saying, like there needs to be another anti-fan coming into the weight room. There needs to be another anti-fan in the weight room. Yeah, there needs to be Queeman. Like Queeman is watching right now. JStlk is watching right now.
Yeah. That's absolutely not true.
I never said the only.
Queeman is over the fact that you're claiming that these content creators are engaged in footsie with Kiwi Farms. It's not even about JStlk server. It's about stuff they're doing in private.
Like they're so cowardly to not join in, defend their like fucking minions.
Hold on, wait a second.
They're pawns, okay? Yeah.
I just want to make sure I understand this crystal clear. You're saying that I attempted to dox Queeman over him being.
Also, why the fuck is Dickers in front of his fucking shower curtains? Is Aiden streaming from his mom's room? I have so many questions, bro.
All to the Snark server?
No, that's pretty clearly not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
the
kinds of harassment you're describing.
Whatever.
Part of what you're complaining about, or have complained about, is the JStlk server. Part of what you complained about is people playing with Kiwi Farms in private, hence doxing Queeman. Please tell me I did not just cut out.
You did for a microsecond, but we got it. I don't understand what the point. Yeah, yes, I don't like the fact that these guys are reposting stuff and playing footsies with Kiwi Farms. Yes. What does that have to do with any of the claims you made earlier?
So what did Queeman do in JStlk server?
I don't know. I have to go back and check. When did
I'd like to.
Wasn't this wait, real quick? Wasn't this like a year and a half ago that I even doxed him?
Wait, Dan.
Okay, no, stop. No, this is over. We're reframing this. Let's just get down to fucking brass tacks on it. Let's start at the beginning. Are you saying that this
No, we don't need to start
server that you were vetting who came in there? Not you, Aiden, because you were in there for like a month before you got banned. But Dickers, is that your assumption?
Made that claim.
Okay, I'm asking. So you guys are.
Yeah, Aiden, little bro. Why is Aiden defending this anyway? Like, didn't Queeman discard him? Didn't Aiden get cast out? Why the fuck is Aiden here? Wait, I'm so confused. Also, dude, it would have been far better if it was just Dickers versus Destiny. Like, literally, Dickers is just a better speaker, a better orator, just better at, like, managing his points and better at not spurging out like Aiden does. Like,
doing a good job of
why
betting.
Is he here?
Team? No.
Okay, so you don't want to answer that question now? Because before you said that you did do a lot of betting. So now you don't?
I didn't. Aiden
okay, you don't. So you let anyone in, right? So anyone can get in.
He said it was a lot of betting, but not a lot of heavy betting or cautious betting or whatever. They were doing
unconscious
betting.
So you wouldn't let someone, you certainly wouldn't let someone in there. Do you think you would let someone in there that's like a known, notorious videos on them doxer? Would one of those people be in that server?
I told you, I don't have the invite link.
You don't know, you have no idea, you've never talked to a person like that either, right?
I've never spoken to a person like what?
Like I feel like you're stumbling a little bit here. Do you need me more clear on what's going on?
Dan, can I take a wild guess? You found like someone in the server whose cousin doxed someone 6 years ago, and you're gonna claim that we knew about it, and therefore that makes it like a doxing server?
Well, it could be someone that's so notorious when you Google their name, all that comes up is them doxing people. Who do you think I'm talking about?
Who it is instead of the
Why don't you say who it is? Because it sounds like you didn't want to say who it was before.
Salvo pancakes. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna take a guess and say Salvo pancakes. Okay. Salvo pancakes.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
You have no idea?
I literally have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh. Well, I guess
I swear, I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
I don't have any idea who you're talking about either, so...
Okay. No, this is good, because there needs to be more of this for the end. I was going to say, right now...
Who are you talking about?
Ooh. You don't know who this could be? You don't know who
I just said like 2 times. I don't know. Just say.
Well, Aiden, I wouldn't expect you to know. You were in there for like a week before you got banned. That's fine. But for Dickers, he knows. Dickers knows. Dickers, why are you acting like you don't know?
Is fucked.
No, Dickers, no, it's not fucked. You know what's going on. Come on, Dickers.
You hit the lag switch. Oh no.
My OBS is showing 0 up right now.
Dickers, where are you going? Come back. Oh, who was that?
Right now. Okay. Was it Salvo Pancakes? Is that what you're talking
Who's that
about?
guy? Who's that guy? I feel like I've heard that name before.
Salvo Pancakes is a guy within commentary who I think like 2 or 3 years ago doxed his phone number on a stream. That's who Salvo is. And that's why his YouTube.
He's not like known for that or anything though, right?
That's one of the most notorious things that he did. Yeah.
Okay. They should drag me in. I know more about Salvo maybe. Yeah, but Dan is right. Dan's right. Yeah, Dan got to the meat of it.
Wait, was there recently something where someone wanted to invite someone to the server? What were the requirements of that person to get in? I think there was 2 things.
I just
want to be sure.
I've already told you. I'm not a moderator. I don't know about
Okay, yeah, but I know that we're defending the server right now. Like, you know, all you guys want to go out and talk about Destiny and all this shit over the years. That's been litigated for a fucking year. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the server. I want to know, when someone wanted to invite someone else to the server, what did they say were the 2 requirements?
Dan,
what do you think they would be?
You just say.
Okay, well, guess. What do you think the 2 requirements might be?
They have to be in the community. Okay, they have to be one with the community, so therefore they're all complicit. Yes, that's probably. I'm guessing that's what Dan's gonna say. That's my guess, but
I don't fucking know. You love the
really?
song.
No, you don't know.
Wait, I just want to also real quick. I want to put a pin, or just real quick. I just want to point this out. Okay?
What? No.
Dan really needs to cut down the Adderall, bro. Maybe there's a good cop, bad cop. I have no idea.
Stop. Let Destiny go.
But I just want to point in, okay? Jestikol and Queenman wouldn't come in to defend this. So Aiden, who's in that server for 1 week, and Dickers, who knows nothing about the moderation, these are the people who've been defending for an hour and a half that this is a super secure server that is so locked down and private that it wouldn't matter if people posted doxing tools there because nobody would ever use them in a bad manner. So go ahead. That's a good
I said that it was inappropriate, to be fair. That's a complete mischaracterization about what I said.
Jestikol and Queenman.
Wait, you said it was inappropriate before or after it was publicly outed?
Anytime they like.
If I'd have seen it at the time, I would have said it was inappropriate.
Okay, so after. So that doesn't count. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, what do you
when I was
think?
made aware of it and when I knew about it, that's when I said it.
Right. Dickers, what do you think the 2 requirements for the server that's a clipping Discord?
You can keep asking this rhetorically.
I understand, because I know
you. I do not know.
You're not a moderator. Did I say what is specifically the requirements, or what did you think the requirements might be? If someone said
they won't let you in because they fear you. No, they fear Steven. They fear Dan. Like, it's because number one, I think that they have like a rhetorical plan, a rhetorical strategy they're trying to do, and number 2. I think that a 3v2 will also look like kind of bad. Like it looks like you're bringing in the rest of DG to dogpile them. Because right now it's like a 2v2, so they have an excuse to have this be the case. I mean, I could be high on copium, okay? I have no idea. I could be high on copium, okay? But like, yeah, like I'm only like, I would say I'm high on copium, but then Steven has raided into me like multiple times, so I'm assuming that, you know, like, yeah, he does know that I know about like many different things or whatever. But yeah, I do want to debate, actually.
Hey, I want to invite someone. What do you think someone might say in chat of the requirements?
I don't know.
You fucking retard. I know you don't know. That's why I said, what do you think? Okay? Do you understand, Dickers? Not what do you know. What do you fucking...
like 2 specific requirements.
Do you understand what a hypothetical question is?
Right now?
You're not in Icy Chat. You're not a friend of Aiden.
Oh, I know. Wait, I know what's happening right now. You guys are scared to answer because you don't know.
Okay. Dan is coming in with a little bit too much energy, okay? I think this is a little bit too much energy. Yeah.
What people said the requirements. So everyone's waiting for someone to teach you what they said?
You're totally right. I agree. 100%. I unironically don't.
Okay, could it be that they have to hate Destiny, Ethan, and Israel? Would that be something that was said?
Could have been, totally.
Oh, could have been. That's weird. That's weird for a clipping Discord to have that requirement, right? Wouldn't you say?
Well, it's pretty sure it's people that are like clipping to disseminate like given narratives. I don't think there's anything wrong with like clipping narratives as long as you can defend them.
Oh, right? A clipping narrative. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so this is what type of wacky clipping Discord is this? Where you have those types of rules when you come in there? That's kind of a fun Discord, huh?
One that's focused on like clipping people who
do I not have a reputation in that Discord of somebody who loves Israel? Actually,
say that again.
Do I not have the reputation in that Discord as somebody who loves Israel?
I think that your reputation is someone that is
Bro, dude, nobody even knows you, Dickers. Oh my God, Dickers, please.
constantly on the outs.
You'll forever be known as the person that people keep on mistaking Beckett for. Okay, like please, Dickers. Oh come on. Am I not known for having a pro-Israel position? Dude, nobody knows about you in general, little bro. Like
constantly, when I look at the logs, people trying to say, "Why is this fucker in here? He's probably the one that leaked. Let's ban him." And you're desperate to prove yourself to the other people in there to stay in there. That's my thinking of what's going on. Like you're the weakest link. They all want to fucking remove you constantly. I look at the logs, and all it is like, why are we not banning Dickers?
Why is that? Why is that? Because we have different takes on Israel.
Because you're like the abused animal that's in there. I don't know. Like you're the I don't know. I mean, you're giving my honest
I've said several times on stream, I'm the primary victim of that server. Ethan Klein's got nothing to complain about, all right?
Okay,
but I'm
gotcha.
predominantly known as a lover of Israel in that server, Dan. Or do you think that might have been a joke from Kosher Kathy?
Okay. Speaking of kosher stuff that we're talking about, how do you feel about the server in general?
Answer that question, Dan.
Yeah, can you answer his question, Dan?
Like in general, I just want to say, like, do you guys see? Okay, if they're smart, they should point this out, okay? Because what the Antifans do is that they try to paint Steven as schizo because like you are hallucinating the associations. You're imagining you're imagining things, right? Oh, like you have no idea what's going on, blah, 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 right? However, I would argue, that these two bringing up names that are all interconnected with one another, and they're trying to openly like defend other people as a part of this supposed network, like in my opinion, is like damning evidence. I think that is evidence. I think that's evidence of them knowing each other, being in cahoots with one another, and whatever. Like, it isn't just imagining things, right? They are specifically naming out and specifically bringing up Kosher Cathy, all these other snarkers, whatever, right? Also, that's the Steven sitting pose. That is the Steven sitting pose of, oh God, I don't want to interrupt Dan.
Sorry, be more specific. I want to make sure I answer correctly. The pause doesn't help.
I have to resist the urge to interrupt Dan. Because
repeat your question. I'll make him answer it. Repeat your question.
Frames on OBS. That's fine. So the question is, since I am known as a predominant Israel lover, do you think that might have been a joke? Or do you think that is a serious component? And if somebody shows any love for the Jewish people, they'll be banned?
What do you think, Dan?
I think that for the most part, if you have any pro, yeah, I think for sure. I would say if you have any pro views there, that they would want to get rid of you, for sure. Yeah, but you in particular, they also didn't like. So it's kind of a mix of both things. I don't know your specific views on Israel, but if you're asking if it's a server specifically set up to try and destroy anyone that's against that narrative, that's true. It is. It's like a little splinter cell that's set up specifically to do it. There isn't any standards in there. I would say it's a joke, but like if you're allowing people that dox and things like that in there, then I would say there isn't like any hard rules. It's just like, all kind of, we play the hand as we're dealt it. That would be my thinking of it. Do you disagree with that?
Ooh, his thing cut off. Uh-oh.
I just left to be able to fucking fix my shit.
Oh no.
Plugged in. I don't even know what the fucking rules of the server
are.
We
don't know what the rules of the server are. We went from vetted server with very few people that all had huge reputations to protect.
You're asking me the exact rules of the server to be able to enumerate them.
I want to get into something else. Wait, stop.
It's going to be fucking moderated.
I want to move on to something I think is very important. Dickers and Aiden, how would you feel under any circumstances if I was to do something where I was to get a group of people together, let's say in one of my Discords, like the Anything Else Discord, and I was to say, listen, step by step, we're going to be reporting Aiden after this is done. We're going all in. I don't fucking like this guy. He crossed the line. He did X to...
Locking Foodshops, Steve's losing it? How?
Whatever. He crossed the line. How would you feel about that? You think that's okay?
I'd be a little, disappointed.
Ooh, a little disappointed. Okay, sounds like I can do it then. So if you're okay, if just a little disappointed.
Well, that would be nice. Why would you...
Would you say that Dickers was a little bit disappointed in Aiden when Aiden was caught doxing and threatening someone's life when he's drunk? I guess those are all memes and jokes.
Would you still hang out with me? If I did that, would you still hang out with me afterwards?
If you said sorry.
Really?
What? Where's that meme? Where is that meme? Where's that meme? I need to find it. Oh my God. It's this meme, man. It's literally this meme. Oh, I just had to say sorry. What? Oh, I had to say sorry. I was so stupid. Okay, all right, just...
Okay.
Dude!
Aiden just wants friends, man.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I want to be on the same page, because this might happen then. If all it takes is I have to say sorry. So, Dickers, what about you? So, me and you, we're chill. So what about after this? If, we do a little organizing of someone we don't like to, deplatform them, get their channel deplatformed. What do you think? You want to hang out with me after?
I would understand you not being friends with that person, Dan.
No, I didn't ask you that. I said, you want to hang out with me afterwards? Because I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and, deplatform someone's channel. No, you wouldn't hang out with someone after that?
Well, no, I said I wouldn't be friends with you. I wouldn't hang out with you after that.
Would you talk with me? Would you be in a Discord with me?
I think being in the same Discord server as somebody, I mean, I really
would you talk to them?
Wait, if it's a public Discord server, nobody gives a shit. The entire point is that Discord server is not its link isn't available to just any random viewer, right? Yeah. If it was a public Discord, nobody gives a fuck. But
if you're hey, what's up, dude? Destiny Discord server. If you done that shit, I wouldn't really care to leave the Destiny Discord server.
Okay, but would you chat with me and chat would be like homies,
We wouldn't be friendly, no.
No, you wouldn't be friendly. So it's kind of weird that you're so buds with jstlk, right? Both you and Aiden, because he kind of did that exact specific thing, right?
I'm buds with jstlk. I fucking hate this guy, dude.
Okay, well then, hey, listen, if you hate him, that's fine. What about you, Dickers?
Okay, gotta draw in on the Aiden stuff. Okay, gotta draw in on the Aiden stuff. Okay, yeah. This is the winning point. Stay on this point. Do not move off of this point. Okay, dead serious. Do not move off of the Aiden doxing point. Okay.
You hanging out with him? You in there? Are you chatting with him?
I am.
Because he did that, right? Specifically, step by step, to go and remove someone's moderation.
No.
I'm saying
he's saying that jstlk, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but you're saying that this jstlk organized the mass reporting of other people.
he did, step by step. And I understand that Destiny and jstlk are in a holy war, but you guys, you have standards. You don't do that shit. You're different, okay? You have morals. Yeah? Okay, well, he did that in the server. You guys watched it. You let it go fuck by. So let me ask you, why should that not be done to you? In like a Destiny Discord. I'm not saying it wouldn't.
Actions?
Okay, but you're hanging out. You're kind of implicitly saying it's okay because you're still interacting with jstlk, right?
What is this guilt? We're doing guilt by association.
Yes, it is guilt by association. Yes, because you guys
guilt by
love
association. Didn't we just watch jstlk read logs from my chat to attack Hutch with for 6 hours on his stream yesterday?
Oh no, we're doing guilt by association. You're in a private Discord with a guy who in that private Discord, you know,
it's the exact same thing I'm saying, I think actually. Wait, hold on.
I just want to know.
Dan, please stop. Not Beckett.
Dude, come
Dickers,
on.
No, I'm promise. I'm not doing it on purpose. Wait,
was Lav? Hold on, wait. I'm just checking real quick because I don't know. Wait, was Lav in this Discord? There's no way.
Yes, I think so. I think Lav was in this Discord. Yeah, Lav was in this Discord. Can somebody just get me a whole list? I bet. You know what I bet? You know what I bet? I bet I can recognize almost every name. I bet I could recognize almost every name in the list. That is how knowledgeable I am about this shit, okay? I have issues, okay? That's how knowledgeable I am. Get me a list. Get me a list of all the names. A birdie, someone, okay? Get me a list.
There's no way Lav was in that Discord, right?
I believe she may have been.
Wait.
He may have been.
The person who's made false rape accusations against multiple people, has posted revenge porn of people on... She was in the vetted server?
Moral frogging over fucking people in Discord
servers?
No.
Oh, I mean, Destiny already knows, but like...
No, you were moral frogging. You were moral frogging, motherfucker, not me. You were. I posted my name in my chat.
In Discord members.
Oh, now there's no standards. This is how long it took. How many hours do we have to have this conversation? Just wait.
Moral frogging. Wait, hold on. Where did Steven learn that word? Because that was the word used by Snarkers and by people who are more into terminally online Twitch people. He probably watched enough Antifans to pick that up from their vernacular, because moral frog is a common word people use in order to avoid saying the F slur. But yeah.
So it's 2 hours.
So moral frog.
In, and now we drop.
Yeah.
Listen, I would be so great if we just started here. Just say that. Own it. Just say, yeah, we got a server. We're reporting motherfuckers. We're spamming clips. And yeah, you know what? We might like a docs or whatever the fuck. And just say that. Just own it. And then we just have like a fucking war.
Be based. That's it.
Be based.
Ask us.
Be
Ask
super
me right
based.
now.
Yes.
Ask me, motherfucker.
Hold on.
Ask us.
Let
Dickers
stop. Let Dickers respond. Dickers, please.
So I'm yet.
Dude, these motherfuckers are taking my points, bro. Okay? This Destiny motherfucker and this damn motherfucker are just taking my talking points.
To see any evidence.
Hello, plagiarism department.
jstlk was doing this in the server, okay? But still, that's an association thing. I'm fine being a fucking Discord server with him. Him and Steven have got a fucking a fight to the death that's going on, where Steven is like doxing a shit ton of his fucking Discord members. I'm just fucking staying out.
Wait, hold on, wait. You said you're saying in a minute. It's me, just go. Wait,
I'm not reporting anybody.
Wait, didn't Aiden like yesterday make some huge impassioned call that the entire community needs to come together and align against like me and Dan and Ethan?
Yes, I did. I said that, yeah.
Okay, and wasn't Queeman messaging ChudLogic talking points to defend this server that ChudLogic's not even a part of, and that was implicating bad behavior of Shamu and the fucking NATO King dude or whatever the fuck? So when you say it doesn't seem like we're all working together, or it doesn't seem like we're all against you, you understand it kind of gives the opposite impression, right?
Came after the fact.
Who said that afterwards? So maybe Aiden did.
Who said what?
No, I was saying.
Wait, isn't that literally what I said earlier? Pre-watch.
That came after the fact. I actually.
Am I included in this holy war that you guys are?
Yes, you are. Wait, hold on. Actually, wait. I'm sorry for saying that. Dickers, is Wick involved in this holy war?
I'm not involved in the holy war.
I didn't ask you. Dickers, you little pussy.
Oh, come on. That's not
That's bitch. I asked you a straight fucking question. Is Wick involved in the holy war?
I don't think so. I don't think Wick's doing any of the fucking.
If you don't fucking take a real stand.
He said he's not. Okay, is Wick getting burned in the holy war right now?
I don't believe so. I'm fine being on a fucking Wick panel.
No, I'm not asking you specifically. I'm not asking.
You're asking me about a holy war that I'm not even participating in.
Is this Discord targeting me?
Ask a more specific question.
Sure. Yes. Are these communities targeting me because of this? Because of this holy war you guys got going on?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
We're talking about doxing and we're talking about reports. I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
I found out about the fucking Destiny stuff like 2 days ago. So,
and you're in here defending it? That's kind of crazy. But so then, just to be clear,
yeah, why are you in here oh my god, dude.
Clear.
Okay.
No, you guys are the ones that showed up to defend this shit.
You're okay with it.
Yeah, I just want to be clear. There is no holy war that Wick is involved in. Nothing bad about Wick is happening in these spaces. They're not talking about him or anything related to him like that. You're pretty confident of that? You're in the server now. You know that hasn't been there? And you're confident stating that, even though you also sometimes don't know what's being posted in there?
I'm not confident on anything. You're making.
I'm asking
you guys
Dickers.
are making.
It should be easy. You could just say, I can say my DG chat. I can say pretty.
Yeah, and no one's talking to you.
Pretty confidently, yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying, I was like,
Oh my god, Aiden, buddy, friendo, okay? Aiden. No one's talking to you, little bro. No one's talking to you, little bro, okay? Chill out. You have an easy role this debate, okay? They're talking to the big boy in the room, Dickers, okay? All right, he's got the big dick, Okay? All right, chill the fuck out, Aiden. Chill.
You know, let me just be real for you, Aiden.
Take it easy, little bro.
Be careful with what you're saying right now, because you're going to lose all credibility and look like a fucking retard when all this shit drops. So just be real. Just be out there and stop defending a guy that was doing mass reporting. You're going to look.
The only reason I'm not judging you, I mean, like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit more hands off. Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
But like, don't get me wrong, okay? Like, even if I wasn't being paid for this, I would 100% follow this shit because it's so entertaining. Like, I'll be like one of you guys rather than the streamer, right?
Autistic to a level that's unbelievable. They're going to cut together you right now. They are going to cut together clips of you talking right now saying, I have no idea, I've never seen that, with actual clips of you being like, yeah, let's do that shit. Just be fucking honest, you dumb fuck, before you get dragged down with your retard. Listen to me, Aiden and Dickers. Listen to me, you guys. There are people that are fucking molested.
Dan, stop. I just want to be very clear. Aiden and Dickers, it's okay if you guys...
What a crazy line to interrupt him on. What? You should let Dan finish that! You should let Dan finish that. What was he gonna say? He sounds so bad. So ending it on molested. What?
You don't like me and are targeting me and things like that. I won't like kick you off, ban you or anything. But I would like an honest answer. If
I, in all honesty, had no fucking clue. I heard your name briefly,
like
but I didn't really know any of your like lore, anything about you, like up until a few days ago.
Okay.
Here's all I want. I want you guys to have some fucking standards. That's always been my issue. All this shit about me and all this shit about Destiny, it's been litigated over a fucking year. You know what? Yes, we are those people. We are. But we have a line, okay? If people fuck with us, we fuck back. That's it. That's just a fact, okay? The difference is that we don't lie about it, being in a fucking private server, acting like we're better, and then doing the same fucking thing. And that's what's happening here. jstlk is doing that shit. Shamu is doing that fucking shit, okay? That's just a fact. Now, if you want to fucking support jstlk, then I'm going to fucking hang your ass on the same goddamn line of what he's doing. Because he's out there saying, I want to remove this creator's specific revenue. Everyone come out, let's report this. And either you're going to fucking co-sign that shit and stand with him today, or you're going to back the fuck off. But you're going to have to do one or the other. Because if you stand with him and you keep fucking, oh, I'm a homie, I'm in the Discord with him, then you're the fucking same fair game that he fucking is on that shit. And it comes together. So which is it, motherfucker? Are you all in with reporting or not? Okay, then you yes, you love that game.
Just so we're clear.
That's a terrible standard to hold, by the way. Because this is the same reason that I have been.
It's their standard, Wick. It's their standard.
Can you establish a violation of our standards that occurred in the server? Like you guys are what?
Aiden, standard that somebody else is fair game because they have some kind of association for reporting, for doxing, for this kind of like malicious.
Oh, so like collective punishment. Got like I.
No, I can't answer.
No, answer if you fucking.
Oh, it's like Israel and Gaza, guys. It's like Israel and Gaza, guys. Isn't that right?
Internet's being shitty.
But so Dan, do you believe that responses should be proportionate to what the individual themselves voluntarily decided to do?
I think you guys should shut the fuck up about any type of association with this person knows this person if you're doing this in your server. And maybe you should shut the fuck up on it forever. That's what you should do.
Again without avoiding my question. That'd be like really cool if you could just fucking answer the question.
I don't have the same standards you do. I'm not a liar.
So you're too.
Hold on, I'm not a liar. You guys act like you have moral superiority. I know. I'm looking into the sheets. You're scum. Aiden, you're fucking scum, and so is fucking Dickers, and so are the people in the server. Yeah, you are, because you say that you're better than me, and you're not better than me. And it'll all come fucking out, and then you'll have to fucking scramble. Because you're sitting there sucking jstlk's dick right now after you're doing a mass reporting campaign. Why should people not do the same thing to you right now? Right now, why should people not do the same thing to you? And to Dickers, why not? If you're gonna keep in there and sucking his dick.
Because I'm not doing it back.
Oh, like really? But you're just in there kind of. You're also.
What? You should be saying that? What? Be saying that? You're not doing the same shit, motherfucker. You are the most egregious out of all of them. What? Wait, I gotta dig it up.
Like, yeah, I'm in the server where they're fucking reporting this guy. That's great.
I was in there for like, you literally said to me.
I want to know if it's okay or not. I want to know if it's okay or not because you're still in there today, right? So you're in there right now.
You literally admitted that I got kicked. I was only in there like for.
He's banned from the server. At least that's what he said.
That's kind of funny.
Who's killing who?
Aiden, do you have any water? You got any water?
Same Aiden, by the way.
You guys are losers. Chill out.
They go play.
Bumpy, we're doxing Lio Convoy's wife or something.
Punching Lio's wife in her fucking throat. Gonna take her body and throw it off a boat.
Excuse me? Well, the shamelessness is crazy, though. Like, the shamelessness is actually insane.
Oh, she's so bad. We're killing her. IRL.
Like, what?
Kidnapping Lio's wife.
Out of all the things, why would you bring Aiden into this?
Before you kill her, or look at 7K's profile. Look at 7K's profile.
I want you to keep this all in mind while you.
Okay, well then you're not in there today. That's good. So you don't like this. You don't fuck with him then, huh?
Well, I didn't up until 2 days ago, where because.
Was that when it came out that he was sending CSAM, like from the guy
what
that like
we
we have that
doing?
by the way,
what are we doing,
to, like,
my
contact
man?
the RCMP on that? Because that's like jstlk admitting that himself, right?
I'm just not.
Are you cool with this guy? I just want to know. Like, are you cool with the guy sending CSAM and then calling to like deplatform people or no?
No, if you can demonstrate.
That's in his own. Yeah, that's on Twitter. That's on Twitter. It's demonstrated. Go fucking look. Open your fucking eyes. Okay. And it seems like all you guys are like intentionally hiding this, and you're like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? I'm here. I'm in fucking New York, taking time off my day to do this shit, and it's fucking pissing me off. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You guys are all rallying behind a guy that is legitimately admitted that he has sent, not received, sent CSAM. That's funny. That's jstlk. That's jstlk. He fucking sent that shit, and he's on 4K sending that. Okay. Wow. That's done. Send it to the RCMP. Go ahead.
Sucks for that guy. I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, it kind of does. The people in the chat, right?
Yeah, but I feel like you're talking to me as if I'm jstlk right now. Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's admitted that he's done it.
I mean, are you not an extension of jstlk? Like, I would consider these people an extension of jstlk. Fuck it. Like, what? Yeah.
Right. And then on top of that, he's doing deplatforming campaigns, right? And he's in a server where there's like known doxers and liars like Lav, and there is Salvo Pancakes, and there's actual dox schools being said. And by the way, how's the anti-Semitism in that server? How do you feel about that anti-Semitism? Right?
Me?
Yeah. How do you feel about it in that server when you were in there for the short period of time?
I mean, I've never.
Damn, who's the fucking leaker? Who's the fucking leaker? I actually want to know who the leaker is now. By the way, I actually do not know. I unironically do not know. Okay? I legitimately do not know.
No, I'm not saying if you faced it. How do you feel? Like, is Zog?
It's gonna be Puddles? No way.
Use a lot like Zog.
They already know that Puddles is a part of my modding team. No way, it's Puddles.
And like, is there any shit, like any messages about the Holocaust and like actual real like discussion of like, yeah, go on.
I don't know of any Holocaust deniers like in my space. I've debated some in the past.
Oh my god, no one said Holocaust deniers, you fucking little frog. Oh my god.
Wait for it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a lot I've never heard about this before until now.
Well, who's denying? Wait, Dan, just tell me who's denying the Holocaust?
You can just do a search in the messages and see what's going on.
You admitted it for the 5th fucking time.
Plot twist: jstlk is leaker. Paste content king.
By the way, Dan, so don't tell me that I need to
open
my eyes for the 5th time. You admitted I wasn't in there, so I'm gonna ask.
Well, you were for a short period of time. No, you want me to say right now?
Dan, you have a lot.
You have to keep in mind, like, none of these guys have any kind of intrinsic loyalty to one another. Like, the reason why, like, nobody is surprised by this leaking is because none of these guys are actually loyal to one another. Like, none of these hoes are loyal. Like, all of them are just waiting for their chance to backstab and gain some clout. Okay? Like, all these people who hate Destiny and make it their entire personality to hate Destiny, like, none of these people have lives. Like, all of them are just waiting at the next chance to make something of themselves. Yeah.
How many messages did I type in there?
Well, I'm on vacation right now, so I have no idea.
I typed like, hi, like, what's up? That's like my only messages in there.
Aiden, real quick, Aiden, you put out a whole call for the entire commentary community to come together to fight against us based on the horrible accusations we made. And this is about a server that now, over the course of the past 2 hours, you've admitted to knowing next to nothing about. Why the fuck would you do that? Did somebody tell you to?
Because I'll tell you exactly why. So I watched you guys make a claim about the server and lay out why you thought what you thought. When I saw your rationale, I believe that the evidence didn't substantiate the descriptive claim of doxing. Therefore, I didn't believe that you were right. Therefore, and I still don't believe you're right. And that's why I called for that, right? I also believe there are like a ton of like lies being disseminated right now. I mean, you've admitted yourself to like just like retweeting shit on Chud just because like
hey, you know what? This is not like about
yeah. This is about so if I were to say that there's a new streamer on Twitch and his name is jstlk. I was like, that guy's a pedophile, and I think that because one time he giggled at like an 8th grader or whatever, and you were to say that like, well, I think that's evident. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit claim. Your next step would be to say we need to rally the entire commentary community to defend this guy being accused of being a pedophile because I'm not happy with Destiny's
evidence. If you're calling him a pedophile over that, somebody with your platform, yes,
you would rally the entire community. You wouldn't be worried. You wouldn't do the basic level research. Say maybe I should dig into this a little bit before I stake my entire reputation behind it.
Okay, so it's like if I talk to the guy that's alleging he's a pedo, and the opportunity to lay it out, and supposedly he's had a
like, why defend it this hard when you've already been banned from there many months ago? What?
Hole in this 1 year long
so
for 2
stupid,
years, right?
bro.
So you
Get me out
when
of
he lays
here.
out his argument, he just brings up and giggled at an 8-year-old. When I hear that guy lay out his argument, I think there's nothing to this. This guy's being smeared as a pedo, and of course I'm gonna rally people together to defend him over that.
Okay, that's fair, fine. So then if I were to ask Dickers, is he still here?
I don't know.
Dickers, hello.
Motherfucker, but I knew this shit, like, unbelievable.
Tech issues. Hopefully he'll be back. And then
let's say that you were to find out in these servers that they were posting.
You can hear me now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Dickers.
Nice.
Can you hear me?
Just
skip me for a moment.
Well, to answer the question you were about to ask, if you could actually demonstrate to me that doxing was occurring in this server, I will, unequivocally, denounce whoever the fuck was doing it and the people that stood behind.
Oh my god, your denouncing means nothing though. Your denouncing means nothing though. Like, dude, your denouncing doesn't mean you're nobody. You're literally nobody. What does your denouncing even mean? Nobody even knows who you are until now. What the? Like.
Wait. The people that stood by and saw it. So what? The people that were, but not the whole server. You would still have this exact same call to the commentary community rally. You would only disavow. How would you even know who was active at the time and saw it? Would it just be people that responded to it, people that liked it, and then everybody else on the server is fair game? Or like they're cool?
I mean, I'd probably be okay disavowing the actual creators in the server, even if they weren't active at the time.
The creators in the server?
Yeah, you said there were a bunch of.
The creators could be a bunch of nobodies, okay? They could have made the server, left it alone, and never looked at it again, okay? Like, it's... Oh my god.
YouTubers in there and shit.
So every single member of the server, then, you would disavow it. You'd say, I'm not going to do anything with these guys. These guys are all bad people.
No, cut them off completely. There's a difference between a denunciation and like a total bridge burn. I believe that if somebody is like legitimately remorseful for what they've done and is not planning on doing it again, I believe.
Wait, so all Destiny has to do is say sorry? Oh, gotcha. Okay.
If all this stuff, if all this stuff was happening, all these people were involved in these servers, like, none of them knew what's going on. The vetting process has surprised apparently at least 2 people in this conversation about what you need to get into the server.
Yeah,
if all
I don't care.
If all of this is said to be true, don't you think it's a little bit silly for you to come in and defend the fact that a doxing tool was posted in this Discord and nobody really seemed to care much about it? Isn't that kind of silly?
Damn, who is the leaker then? The leaker must have went through so many hurdles in order to get to the server, right? Like, because they have to like they have to like act. They have to act like them. They have to like prove. They have to go through some form of internet hazing, right, in order to be a part of this, right? Like, damn, dude, that's crazy.
Not really. Really, you guys had the opportunity to lay out your argument.
Yeah, and the argument is that you guys are watching a doxing tool being posted in a server that's engaged in a ton of bad behavior. Your defense of that was a vetting process and people with reputations, and we've shown over and over and over again. Lav, these are the reputations you're defending. Other people in this server that have been up to some crazy fuck shit that you yourself got kicked out of the server. These are the people whose reputation you're defending. The vetting process that says fuck Ethan, Destiny, and Israel.
What'd you say?
The server vetting process that is make sure you hate like these 3 fucking things. These are the people that you're saying are reputable enough to have dox tools posted.
Well, I don't think hating those things makes you necessarily a risk of doxing. I think
when they were trying to invite Stephanie Gale, what were the 2 requirements? Because I'm pretty sure it was you hate Destiny, Ethan, and hate Israel.
Yeah, I mean, Destiny. I mean, you could admit it. You're a very widely hated figure. So is Ethan, and Israel is one of the most controversial like countries on earth. I think someone assuming those positions doesn't inherently indicate that they're a risk of actually going in.
Oh, come on, but matching up to these 3 specifically in that circle, oh my god, give me a break, man. Give me a break. What?
Like, burning their own reputation for the sake of doxing someone.
You know what you guys are.
Hating those things means that you must have a strong reputation worth defending. I want to hear you say that clearly. You're saying that as long as you hate Destiny, Ethan, and Israel, you probably have a strong reputation worth defending.
No, I'm saying you can, right? You can. I'm saying those things don't necessarily.
Did you ask them if they had 2 arms and 2 legs? Did you ask them if they had lungs? What do you mean you can? What does that mean you can? What do you mean you can? Wait, I want you to explain exactly what you meant when you said you could. What does that mean when it comes to vetting?
Okay. So it sounded like you were bringing up these things to like when you bring up when the server vets that you don't like Israel, you don't like Ethan, you don't like Destiny, to negate the fact that these were like vetted, like reputable people, right? You could rewind the clip, sound like that's why you were invoking that. I'm explaining that these things are not mutually exclusive.
Nobody said they were.
With one being non-reputable, you could rewind it yourself, like you did for when I spoke.
The goal isn't to prove they're non-reputable. The goal is to say, what are you doing to vet them? Nothing. There is no vetting. You just have to be a hater, which are the exact types of people you wouldn't want to post doxing tools to. That was the exact argument you gave for Kiwi Farms. It's a community known of unhinged people. What kind of a community do you think you're going to attract? The requirements to get Ethan, Destiny, and Israel. The same people on the internet that you trust with tools that they also try to run cover for their friends later on when they get called out for it.
Do you think hating someone means you're willing to cross any lines despite them?
Well, I know I can say a bunch of lines that were crossed. Like, for instance, what about like jstlk's editor, Ryle Kittenhouse? What type of crazy stuff do you think he did? I can give you some stuff if you want. Like, going and fucking with small content creators, pretending to be other people. Like, that type of shit, that could be interesting, right? And that was coordinated in this server. Isn't that kind of cool? Isn't it going to be kind of weird when, like, you get to watch this stuff out and you're like, well, actually, I got the line you can say. You can say,
I can't wait
what do you want me to say?
It was you can stop doing, like, the gay, like, referencing it thing. Like,
no, I can be the answer for you. You can say, what do you want me to say? It's bad. Just say that right now.
No, if I see an example of bad behavior,
I'll condemn it. I'll condemn it. Yeah, I condemn it.
Dan, what would you, if you were me?
I want you to have some fucking principles, okay? Either you're different than me, okay? That's it. Are you different than me? You're better than me? You're a better man than I am, right?
No.
You're not? You're the same?
I'm not the same.
Oh, he sounds like a babe right now. He sounds like a little baby.
You're not better than me. You're worse than me. You claim to be better, but you do the same shit I do, but you do it in the fucking private. Okay? You and all these other people.
Nobody's claiming better or worse.
That's right, because you can't claim that. You can't claim that.
How's your connection? Are we clear?
I think we're steady. I think we're stable now, Wick. Okay? I think we're ready to go.
I know.
What? Did they cut out?
And before your internet cuts out again, I want to get to that, right? So, Destiny, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, do we know who
Yikes.
is? Does that name ring any bells?
Who?
Yep.
Chud Logic Server, Spicy Chatter.
Ooh, Spicy Chatter. That's crazy.
Yeah, okay, no, never mind. I know who he is now.
Okay, for the record, if that person was one among many who was laughing at Wick's full docs being posted in that Snark server, do you think that would be an indictment of the entire server?
One person saying something's never an indictment of a community. It's going to be the broad swath of the engaged there.
So that's all we need. Okay.
I
have absolutely zero sympathy for any of you guys. It doesn't matter if it's real. Look at how crazy the excuse you were just willing to roll out
in your Discord server, and then somebody else fucking laughs at it.
A mod of Spicy Chat, a moderator, a well-known person, a moderator. Hold on. What do you think I would do?
Who the fuck is the moderator?
If somebody would have posted a full docs, if somebody posted a full docs in my Discord, and one of my mods laughed at it, was just laughing at it.
No, the logs of that. Why? This is not a mod, by the way.
Wait. Can't you just say?
Read is a mod in my server.
Why the fuck would you admit that? Oh my god. Dude, who the fuck is Aiden, bro?
I think he's a mod in... He's
not... Nah, bro. Look at my look.
In my server, it wasn't a mod there.
If any...
Oh, is this an Icy Chat? Are you talking about Snarky chat? Which chat are we talking?
This wouldn't be an IC.
I don't know, but I'm very curious.
I mean, you want to join IC? I'll let you in. You can check this out.
Since you sent them to
Nah, bro. Oh,
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Can I just say?
Also, just as a real quick thing, I'm sorry. QQ apparently was the mod who laughed at it. Rita was just a spicy chat who laughed at it. Those are just two names.
Can I just say? Look, if you are going after me, like
I think Mike's. I know. Also, QQ, is that Queen Bee? That's not Queen Bee, right? The different person. I think that's a different person.
At this point, if you're doing that to me, I don't care about the truth of the matter. I'm going to choose a side that isn't doxing me. I'm going to choose a side that isn't harassing me constantly. I'm going to choose a side that isn't calling me a pedo in every fucking reply that I make on Twitter.
No, hold on, wait.
I've never done any of those things.
You don't know that every single person. Wait, you don't know that every single person is doing that. Come on, you don't know that every single one. It might not be the majority of them.
You see the evidence of this? Because Destiny, presumably you're looking at a log.
I don't want him to.
You know what? Actually, wait. You know what?
No,
wait. Try this. Try this. Why don't you ask me a question about what I would do, and I won't ask to see evidence. And you can ask me secret questions about stuff that I might ask you. Why don't you ask me?
I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question. Would you provide the evidence, please?
Bring up the evidence. Pull up the clips.
Because you're making a fucking claim. I've seen 20 Nigerian children get killed on camera.
And you know what I would say? Do you know what I would say? I would say that if somebody killed 20 Nigerian children, I wouldn't want that person in my community. I wouldn't say, well, I would need to see
20,000.
I would need to see the grave site of every single Nigerian child, and I would make sure the Nigerian child didn't do anything bad, and I would to know that every other friend of this guy, was supporting what he did, and I would, like, you
just want some fucking evidence.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So somebody that you've promoted at a time when I was not covering you, by the way, because I was not interested in subject.
Someone that I've promoted. Go ahead.
Someone you promoted, Foodshops, right? Said that
I don't know who that is.
I was fair game.
Wait, Aiden, why the fuck are we going on to something else?
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Dickers, no, you're right. No, you're right. So I'm so sorry for speaking, Dickers.
Dude, stop being such a fucking crybaby.
Then shut the fuck up. You're not moderating.
And we're not looking at the fucking evidence?
Can you imagine how annoying it would be if any time
I'm gonna be real with all you guys. Listen, people in the chat, Dickers, Aiden.
I've literally been doxxed. Wait, bring it up. I've literally been doxxed. What? I feel like I should be like one of the last people to be brought up because I've literally been doxxed, bro.
And all of you guys, I'm only going to judge you moving forward based on what you do after today. So if you're chill with jstlk and you're still homies with them, I'm going to be like this. They obviously do not give a fuck about what he did and how he reacted. And that those things, all you have to do is say what you're sorry when you're done. So jstlk did step by step how to report Destiny. And if you're cool with that, you want to still be homies with the guy, that's fine. I'm not engaged in that behavior. I'm not engaged in that behavior either. I'm just watching it happen, right? Same shit.
Okay, nice. And given the fact that Destiny's going on this crazy doxing campaign against all the people in jstlk's community, I'm just going to say, I don't know what these guys are fucking doing, but I don't want to get involved. Is that not fair?
Well, it seems like you're kind of involved. You're in a server dedicated to, hold on, what are the 2 requirements if you want to join again, Dickers?
Dude, are we harping on the fucking joke again?
Oh, the joke.
Well,
you think they're serious?
Just to be clear here, if that was your stance, if that was your stance, you didn't want to be involved, that's great. But my brother in Christ, why did you decide to join a debate defending a server that you're now saying you don't want any fucking involvement in?
Right.
I'm not familiar with any logs where jstlk has coordinated that in the server.
Excuse me, Dickers, why the fuck did you join a debate to defend a Discord server that you're now saying you don't want any involvement with?
I didn't say that at all.
Which part of that was I incorrect about?
That I want nothing to do with this Discord server. I'm fine being a fucking member of a Discord server, even if somebody's done some fuck shit in there.
Is there anything else to do in Miami? No. Going to the beach?
That doesn't morally impugn me at all. Am I supporting it? Am I engaging with it? I'm responsible for
What did you come here?
conduct.
What did you come here for this server? What did you come here to defend? What did you come here to defend tonight? Your personal conduct in the server?
Shamu, the claims made so far about the server.
Like, for what it's worth, I don't think
why are you defending? It's just like, what is the point? I did it with the...
Andrew's the issue. I think Shamu was the issue on that.
That was the fucking proposed topic. What jstlk does in his...
You cannot lead the retarded horse to the water. The water is too confusing for the retarded horse. The retarded horse only see their own reflection in the water. It do not understand what it is they're looking at. It do not understand. It do not understand what it they're looking at, okay? The retarded horse do not understand. It is actually looking at the water. Okay.
Server. I think I'm not aware that jstlk has done it in his server. He can fucking feel free to do, but jstlk's responsible for what he does. Do I think there should be fucking organized attacks or like fucking reports in the server? No. It's that simple. I'm not engaged in that conduct.
How can you defend? It's not a matter. I don't know why you're. You know, everybody sees like how obvious it is when you're like, I'm not.
Hey, wait, I sent you a message.
Let me look.
Have you? Oh.
Say it again.
Well, hold on, just as a quick thing. I think that they should have to take a stance before we comments, but I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. Destiny, do you have a Kiwi Farms account?
I think so. Isn't it called Destiny?
Hey, I don't.
I'm
not even involved.
I didn't ask you, Dan, but I appreciate you saying that. Destiny, do you have a Kiwi Farms account?
Before I do this, can you ask your question again so I can respond properly? I'm sorry, I was distracted. Everyone decided to DM me at once because of obvious reasons, but can you ask the question again? I can give you an answer.
Who was asking what question?
You were asking me. I want to hear what Wick has to say about this.
Oh, I don't know if you saw.
Wait, what? Oh, Destiny's rating. Jesus Christ. Let me in. Let me in. Wait, the debate already ended? You should watch the jstlk POV. He's coping. Wait, in a little bit, okay? In a little bit. I want to watch this a little bit more.
I'm guessing something was linked to you. If you knew that this was posted at a server.
Just Steven casually, just closing the stream in the middle of me covering it. Yep, great. After raiding me, Okay? Fuck me, dude. Actually, it's fine. It's okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, okay? I'm gonna leave off where I was by watching jstlk's version of it, okay?